RN, which obviously they check you for a hernia. And before she did, she's like, "Everything okay with your balls?" I was like, which I think she said because it was a 14-year-old kid, but
Well, see, here's the thing. I've always heard stories about that. Why is that so funny? It's the truth. They're checking for testicular cancer.
It's so funny.
No. She wasn't doing that. She was checking me for a hernia.
Well, they're checking you for both.
Well, probably.
Because they're looking for lumps, right?
No, because
They're like all...
you can't. When they check for a hernia, they just
Don't they grab it? Or...
no. Have
See,
you?
I've never had it done.
You. Garfield and Friends from Pickle Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not
Yes.
the first one.
This one.
Times ahead.
Yeah, they hate that one.
one.
There are two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
It's two of them.
Well,
The
that's
second
what they.
one,
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready?
Ready?
Two.
Two.
Party!
We're ready
To party.
We're
ready. Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on in, come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield, and Friends. And then I think there's another
I love
verse.
how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There is. There's a little bit more to it. I have a list of movie titles that were almost called something else. Star Wars Episode 6 was almost called Revenge of the Jedi. We know this, right?
Yep.
I mean, we're nerds. Alex might not have known that.
I was like, what are you talking about? It's not Revenge of the Jedi.
No,
it's
no.
Return. I was like, bitch, you ain't no nerd.
Head cheese.
Head cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Alex?
I have no idea.
Yep.
Yeah!
Why,
Nice.
Why head cheese?
Because I remember there's in the Texas Chainsaw, the remake in '01, they go into that rest stop
Mm-hmm.
and there's a pig's head
Yep.
in the display case, and head cheese is a boiled. You boil
How
a
did you
pig's
make
head.
that freaking connection, Brett?
That is a photographic memory. at
Oh
work.
my god.
What is the McGangbang?
McDonald's McGangbang. Simply order a McDouble and a McChicken. The McChicken sandwich is placed directly inside the juicy McDouble, buns and all. So if a normal McDouble doesn't quite fill you up, take the chance by combining a McChicken McDouble from McDonald's secret menu.
So then do you just order the two different pieces, or do you order
You say, I want the surf
McGangbang?
and turf, and they'll give you the two.
And they'll give you the two and you put it together. I'm not into the fish thing, but I think I would do the McGangbang.
Yeah.
That does not sound right at all. You know what, honey? Let's try a McGangbang.
Are you bringing that to the table, Alex? Are we having
We can
this
set it on the
discussion?
table and do it right here on the podcast. Try a McGangbang on the podcast.
Wow. Wow.
So Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
She's a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What?
if you back up with the saw, we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is
Oh,
very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
you, John. I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't
out. Do it.
move.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there. Help me. My back's to the camera. This is
No, you're fine.
ridiculous.
You're fine. You're okay.
This is
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
You're doing some pretty good Christmas trivia.
Welcome to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Josh.
Alex.
We are here, episode 367. It's June, the 10th of June.
Just
Time
gonna,
of recording.
feel like my chair is leaned back a little bit.
Lean back.
So I'm just gonna.
You want to just lean back
I'm
today?
just gonna embrace this.
Yeah.
I'm
Just do a
like,
chiller show. I mean,
this is chill.
after all of the
You
past
look a
few
little
weeks.
chill too.
What's that?
You look a little chill too.
I got Pixel on me. We're just hanging out. Howdy, y'all in chat. We appreciate y'all joining us live on the YouTubes. We see you. Happy Monday.
Hi.
This will be this show and the next show. These will be like the longest in daylight shows. So we kind of have like the window open a little bit with some daylight coming in. It's nice.
I know you got some of that. Oh, I mean, we got the studio lighting, but like some of that lighting that you see, that's
natural lighting,
sunlight.
It's pretty nice.
Happy
summer.
Light.
Yeah, it was actually kind of cold today though, but it's been a really hot few weeks. I'll tell you that.
Well, in a couple days, it's gonna be like 90 degrees for 3 days straight. So
yep,
we need to embrace the 72-degree weather.
Yeah, actually, no AC on today for once. Kind of crazy. But yeah, we just one big crazy thing after another. Pixel had his race at the German Fest over the weekend. That was a really, really warm day. I think he wants down. I'm gonna put him down. There we go.
Yeah, he had his race on Saturday. Before the race, though, he became a local celebrity once again.
Again, yeah. That's crazy. Like, so let's talk about that too. What's going on
last year, if anybody remembers, one of my uncles was on the board of German Fest, which is the festival that does the wiener dog races every year. Yeah. And he said that there was a news anchor that he knew that was looking to do a segment, and she said, I don't know anybody that has a wiener dog. And my uncle went, I have a niece and she's a vet tech, so cool, huh? And so I don't know, so he reached out to me and said, is it okay if I give her your contact info? I said, yeah. So we were on the news last year and interviewed. That was Pixel's like second birthday. It was just like a quick segment to advertise German Fest. Well, at last minute, like I think so.
The audio, this will not come through.
Oh my goodness!
Don't worry about the audio. That will not come through.
Okay. So at the last minute, I think like the Tuesday before, so like last Tuesday, she emailed, or last Monday or something, like a week ago, she emailed me like the week of the wiener dog races. She's like, hey, by the way, I need to do another interview. Would you guys be able to come in like tomorrow?
Right.
And I was like, oh, well, I mean, with the new job and stuff, like I'm able to do that. So I was like, yeah, I can come in whenever you want. So we did a new segment again, just the day before Pixel's third birthday. I mean, I'd be fine keeping it a tradition, but I mean, honestly, I don't know how many people remember, oh, this is the same dog. Oh, this is the same girl. But yeah, so we were on the news again.
This time you guys had a little bit more of an interview, like conversation than you had.
Yeah, I think last year was like, I don't know, last year it felt like a minute. This year was like a 3 or 4 minute segment,
right,
which is a long time on the news. So yeah, and then we had the actual races on Saturday,
and I'm gonna play the clip right here. Hopefully it'll play properly. Gosh, the fact that this is connected to what the audio thing is connected to, it's like really hard to you know what if I just hit spacebar? Nope, that didn't work.
You can do it.
It's like no, it's skipping.
You can do it.
It's like I can't.
Do you want me to just get up and click on it?
I want to start it right there.
And then
there we go.
There you go.
All right.
So here you go. This is Pixel's. Anybody watching on YouTube, our visual watcher listeners. This is Pixel's first race.
The first heat. Yeah, and
so they run them 2 by 2 in like a basketball bracket.
Yeah, this is first time being shown. Actually, we didn't show this. We didn't put this on Facebook yet.
No, I don't think that
nobody else has really seen this publicly, so that's pretty cool. And then we actually got a slow-mo shot here, so you're gonna see a little bit of slow-mo of Pixel. But then I get a little bit like, oh my gosh, she's actually gonna win. So I'm like moving the camera
like,
around.
Oh shoot, I gotta catch him.
Like, oh, it's time to catch. And he slowly walked to me.
Yeah, he was a
slowly.
good boy. He was a good boy. So, but his second race, he lost by like maybe a step or two. It was extremely close. He also had like a pixel posse cheering him on, which was nice. We had a lot of people turn out that our family members and friends that came to cheer him on, which was so nice. So anybody watching, thank you for doing that.
The
Because
signal is
it's
like
a lot of
so. Look, you can see the mouse moving.
Yeah,
like,
I see
like
it.
It's
Yeah.
It's because we have two phones interfering with the signal
know.
and all the things connected to that.
I know.
That thing.
Anyways, and then yeah, that was it. The dog that actually ended up beating Pixel was the winner. So if he would have beat that dog, he would have made it into the finals.
Goes to show how fast Pixel
yeah, he was
going.
he was fast, and then like it was a step or two. What are you doing down there,
chewing
Pixel?
on his Kong. It's like right at your feet, so it's like perfect to get the echo right on your mic. That's what it is.
Don't bite my cord, please.
Yeah, I don't think he'll do that.
But yeah, he loves going. And then right afterwards, we went to Coney Island, which is a local, been here for many years, hot dog joint. Like since like the beginning of the city, maybe
and
not that, but
I think
like
they sponsored the place. We could have probably gotten hot dogs cheaper across the way.
It was like half price at Wiener Dog Festival. We should have.
We should have.
Yeah. But it's fine. Either way, we supported the local business. So yeah, we went afterwards and we got weenies.
So we got some weenies, we got some Coke bottles, and we out of the glass.
Yeah,
we each had one.
That's my favorite way of drinking.
Because they don't serve French fries at that Coney place, we went home and air fried our own.
We made some air fried French fries.
That air fryer is a lifesaver. Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, so it was a fun weekend.
Yeah, it really was. So, anyways, another opener, by the way, because we're going to be talking about the movie club movie is The Iron Claw. It's a wrestling movie. On this day, 22 years ago, the game WrestleMania X8 was released on the Nintendo GameCube in the U.S. I played this one, but it was only after I played the sequel to it, which was WrestleMania 19. I played the crap out of WrestleMania 19, and then I played this one, and then they came out with the Day of Reckoning games on the GameCube. Those were awesome. I love those. So when AEW that they came out with their game, it was made by the same developers. That's why I bought it right away. Is because I know that game is going to be fun. We should go back to playing that on stream again. That was actually kind of fun. They have a battle royale mode. They've been still adding some DLC to the game, so it's not a dead game for AEW, but they need to add more game modes. We got kind of tired of doing the same types of matches, so that's the kind of thing that we were hoping for.
No.
What happened?
He was trying to bite on my straw.
Oh, well, here's the thing. I think it's because at the festival you were pouring water out of it, so he relates that to his now.
I doubt it. I don't think he's that smart.
What? He saw you do it.
I don't think he's that smart.
Oh, okay. He's a dumb dog.
I don't think he's that smart. Sorry.
So you don't really play any wrestling games?
No.
Why not?
Because I suck at the whole like
button
combo
combos,
thing. Yeah.
And yet you play Destiny with button combinations.
You know that the wrestling games are so different. So stop.
Well, yeah, you hold the stick and hold the button, and you hold whatever button faster. You can throw them. You can. I
can't play against you because like
I'm too good.
You're too good, and I think like a lot of our squad can't play wrestling games with you because you're too good. So
Brian and I are really we're neck and neck. Like we can face off pretty well. Patrick he can throw a swing or two and hold up.
Yes,
against
I
his own.
can't. I don't.
So
know
if we
how
ever
to
had
do
like
that.
a title, he could definitely come in and be like, "Oh, I got the title," and then we would be right on his ass. But he can hold his own on that game too. It's really fun. I just wish that Rick were to play it. I don't know. It would have been a little more fun. But anyways, moving on from there. Anything else on our weekly update? You were in the news, Pixel. I don't think so. Since our last show, which was when we had Patrick and Crystal on, so that was pretty awesome. an interesting experiment at best was the Zoom call. So
Yeah, it worked out well.
it worked. Yeah, a little echoey. We'll try to figure out the kinks on that one. So let's go into playing and watching. Been watching a few things here and there, but last night we watched Jurassic World. Went back and that was actually fun to watch. We haven't seen it in so long. I forget.
It's intense.
We don't need to see the rest of them though.
No.
The other two were really bad. Like Fallen Kingdom and Dominion. Just meh. I'm good. The that can end right there. That's all you need.
So I'm getting like upset.
What's up?
I think all right, so you know how I was a vet tech for 17 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a thing that happens when you are exposed to death and
Were you upset?
Yeah.
Me too. I'm about to cry with that Brachiosaurus scene. Where he was holding the Brachiosaurus's head.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I cried like the first time I watched it, but I was just talking about like just in general, like all of the animals getting hurt, like when the aviary's broken into, and like the pterodactyls and the weird ones with the head of the T-Rex.
The gene spliced pterodactyls.
Yeah. Like come in and then they start picking up the babies from like the petting zoo and whatnot, and I'm like, just leave them alone. Or like, even just like the tiniest little scene where it's the T-Rex on the head of the pterodactyl or whatever. He's flying over the ocean and an engine is coming in.
Yeah.
And then they just like shoot him and he just, falls. Like I was like, why'd you do that? Like I know how like my body and my mind know that
it's so fake.
It's so incredibly fake. But like
they did a good job.
I was like, are you serious? Like for the longest time, like what happened to me and what I got pissed about was being in medicine for so long and being in surgery and whatnot and seeing things that I always revert back to like a reference Saw. You and I loved the Saw movies, and we loved like every not even that.
We followed the lore of that.
Yes,
movie.
we love that. That
oh my
that
gosh!
But we also, as teenagers and like old and like young 20s, we loved it. The more and more gory it got, we're like, oh, it's cool. But like every once in a while, it would be like, oh, that's gross.
That's too much.
But like, I noticed halfway or 3/4 of the way into my career, like because I know medicine, because I know body, like nerves and vessels and things like that, like I can't see him watching that kind of stuff anymore because it's not like it makes me queasy. It's like the fact that I can't stand to see somebody get tortured like that because I've seen animals in pain and things like that. I'm like, no, it's too real. I can't do that anymore. I can't do it.
Right.
And we noticed that because we're like, let's watch Saw. So we watched Saw. Like Saw the first movie, fine. Saw the second movie, fine. And then we get to like, I think it's 3 and then 3 on, it just keeps getting more and more and more gory. And I was like, I can't do it anymore. I can't watch this stuff because a lot of it.
2 is already kind of rough.
It is a little rough, but
the
like
needle scene, because you know how it's made. Is
I know
it's
a lot easier to get through, but it still makes me go, oh, because I use needles all the time.
Some of the other stuff.
Oh my god, I shouldn't say that, but like I use needles to draw blood in vaccines and all that is what I.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, let's correct that. But like, so
please do.
For instance, now what I've noticed is when we're watching movies, like even ones that are extremely fake, like Jurassic World, I was like getting emotional and upset that these people were hurting the dinosaurs and that the fake dinosaurs were eating and hurting the other dinosaurs. And I was like, why am I watching this? Like, why am I getting upset? I'm like, I'm not going to be able to watch Jurassic Park anymore because when you work in medicine for so long, especially veterinary medicine, one of the main reasons why people leave is because you get so burnt out and desensitized to, like, death.
Yeah.
Like,
you do.
Like you become very emotionally numb because, I mean, you can have, like, 5 to, I think the most I ever had in a day was, like, gosh, it was right before Christmas too. I think I had like 7 or 8 euthanasias that day And it
Oh
was
my
like one
gosh.
right after another. And I was like, but the thing is, you can't carry that. You have to move on. You have to move on. And like, you can cry later kind of thing is how sometimes the business has to work because you don't have enough time. You have to go, 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 go. And then, or the next room is like a brand new puppy and you have to like be all smiles even though you just came out of like a 15-year-old dog that you've known its whole veterinary life. And yeah.
Right?
So, but anyway, so like, I feel like that desensitization, because I've been out of practice for 6-7 months now,
Yeah.
is wearing off, and I'm becoming more emotional.
Mm.
Which is not a bad thing, but I'm like, I can't even watch fake animals hurt fake animals.
No, you can't. You can't.
I was like, I don't care that they're eating people. And I was like, yeah, whatever. That dude, like, shit.
Yeah, okay, so the assistant did not deserve any of that.
Okay, that was a
I'll
little
be that
like
guy.
that one was a little like where she's like
somebody hates their assistant. In
I
this
know
writing
that
room.
was a bit
Holy cow.
meh, but like everybody else, like the security guard that's running at the very first part, and
The
he
fat
in the
guy.
paddock, and then he runs out, and then he just sits down and gives that look, and he's like, "I'm gonna get eaten, bro." I was like,
Yeah.
I don't care. But no, the moment even
Did you care about the Indominus Rex though?
yeah, because
No.
it has scratches
No.
and bleeding, and then it got its neck
Frick
all
that
chomped
thing,
on.
killing things for
But-
sport.
So all right, so there's that, but the part that got me was when it gets pulled underwater and you hear the roar, and it just
From when when it gets at the end.
yeah, when
That
it,
bothers
when
you.
it pulls it down under the water, and I'm like, it's suffering. You could have just killed it really quickly.
That's the only way to take it down. Was 3 other dinosaurs.
Well, that's why it's called the Indominus Rex.
It was essentially the ultimate predator. If it had
Yeah.
gone 1-on-1 for any of those,
I know
dead.
a lot of people kind of give that movie shit, but I think that they actually did. Like,
They did a great job.
I think they did a great
it's
job.
a good rewatch. It's
for-
actually probably one of the
what
top.
sucks, I will tell you, with
What?
like I hate being nitpicky about it, but like we grew. Actually, no, I can because we grew up with the first movie. But like the boys,
I don't mind
if
them.
we just allowed like the little boy, fine. But the teenager,
If they had a better relationship,
the teenager
maybe.
was just. I was like, this
Eventually
is
it's
horrible
redemp-
acting. I
they
hate
redeem
it.
They redeem it. Like when they're.
I
in
still
the-
didn't like it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I was like, no, they either needed a different connection, different kid, or they needed like a babysitter with
Brother,
them, or
sister connection.
even a sister or something. I was like, the whole brother, like
Older sister would have been better, I think.
maybe, but I
But then
felt
we would have had a
no.
Lex and Tim thing again.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
we don't want that. Maybe a younger sister, older brother, but then it would have been like, oh, but then the sisters like
whatever. But I feel like they did the kids
actually
pretty.
if you know the
wrong.
books, that's how it was originally. Lex was younger and she was a little kid. Tim was
Oh.
older. Yeah.
Well, I think that the way they did the movie was perfect because she was perfect with the whole screaming situation. Like, it still gets me.
Anyways.
Anyways, we just totally did like a movie review recap of
Jurassic World.
that we didn't even like. That wasn't
You
even
know,
our movie.
and I don't know if they're extended scenes or maybe we're just paying attention to the scenes more with the captions, but we were able to understand the billionaire, his like view. And it was great. It was a great
Yeah.
view.
Yeah, he had more of a
And
view
their
like
story
like,
was
just like
pretty good.
John.
Yeah. It was a pretty good
You
story.
don't
but
really develop a relationship with him, like with just the standard version of the movie.
I don't know
but
if it was an extended scene, if there's or
it was
what.
definitely extended.
When he was in the helicopter with her.
Oh yeah, and they're doing
yeah,
all the
they're
talking
talking.
and stuff. Yeah, that's definitely extended.
Okay. I could have swore it was extended. I wasn't
Brian,
certain.
get out of the chat.
What did he say? Oh, the Brachiosaurus. Hey, that's the sequel. That's the sequel.
You know what? Why is it always got to be the Brachiosaurus? Because it was also the Brachiosaurus that gets you in this movie too.
I think it's because they're
It's freaking like Littlefoot's mom. You gotta kill.
Is it that connection? Is it all the way back to the Land Before Time?
I can't watch Land Before Time.
We did once, like
I
as
can't.
adults. We watched it like a couple years ago. Remember? You can't watch All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh man, I was just trying to think. I was like, didn't you show me a TikTok
I
of
did
an
show
old
you a
movie?
TikTok of
So
Burt
I can't
Reynolds
watch All
scene.
Dogs Go to Heaven anymore because, like, even as a child, I got upset, and then
That
Josh showed
movie's
me the fucking
rough.
end of it, and I'm like,
Tearing up.
and I'm like, it's only like 30-second clip, not even of like the end of the movie when Charlie's saying goodbye,
That is a rough
and
scene.
I'm like, I can't.
Mhm.
I was bawling. I was like, I can't watch this, and it's a cartoon.
As far as playing goes,
They don't make movies like that anymore.
they don't. Well, they probably do. We're just avoiding them.
Oh, I'm
or
not-
We don't hear
yeah.
about them. Who knows? Playing, we went back to Black Ops Cold War. You got some clips going with that. I got to go back and do. Holy cow, you're alive on that game. That is a lively game for you. Black Ops.
I got to do another
anyway.
50 squats today.
Oh, well, then you'd be caught up.
No, I wouldn't.
No?
Wait, yes, I would.
You only need to do 40.
I only need to do technically do 40, but I told Patrick I'd try to continue 50 every day.
Yeah?
Yeah. I need to raise my butt cheeks a little bit.
You're going to get into that pyramid head costume in July.
I'm going to need a new
you're
dress
gonna
because I'm going to have a big-ass booty. I'll be able to walk in those heels, though.
Oh, you'll be fantastic. You might not even need me as a handler just for path-wise, like getting you through the crowd.
I doubt it.
But so Black Ops Cold War, be expecting some clips and videos going to your YouTube, which, by the way, amazing, YouTube stuff going on for you. Like,
honestly, like, for me, like, it's still like
last time we were live talking about it. I don't know if we talked about that
We
YouTube
did.
short when we were last on.
I'm pretty sure we did.
But you're at 9.4 million, on the way to 9.5 million views on that YouTube short.
Yeah.
That is insane.
I know it is, but since it's not, I know
Since
that
it's not
the video
yours.
is strictly of me, and the comments are directed towards me, but it's not my video.
Well, let's talk about your video, the one that we did put out on your TikTok.
So I'm like excited that it's still considered viral, and it's like worldly viral, not just like United States viral. Like, it's like, I think the top, what he told me, the videographer, which, by the way, if anybody wants to check him out, it's MarkJack79, which is MarkJack 79. If you go to his YouTube, I mean, he's got basically he's like me, where if you look up Cute Kitty, you're gonna find like me everywhere under that name. He's the same thing. He's got his Instagram, he's got his TikTok, he's got Twitter, like the YouTube, everything's under that. But he has been like amazing and reaching out to me, telling me congratulations, your video, and I asked
congratulations, by the way.
I asked for stats just because I can't see like the behind the scenes of the stats of the video since it's not my video, and he's, oh yeah, sure, I'll send you this. When I hit 9 million, he sent me a personal. I don't know if it was 9. It was 8.
It was 8.
When
it's when you surpassed Mario.
When I surpassed his top video, which was like 6.2 or 4 million.
Yeah.
I messaged him and he was like, "By the way, you are my new best friend, and I owe you lunch." He's like, "Next time we're at con, you need to find me." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, of course."
That's awesome.
But he's sharing a lot of insight with me as well as advice. Which the advice got me like over 1,000 new followers on TikTok, and
yes, it did.
my TikTok has definitely blown up. We released a video that we worked on of when we did the photo shoot like a few weeks later.
Shout out to Crystal.
Yes, thank you. And
that
like,
awesome
yeah,
angle.
that awesome like perspective angle that Crystal got of me while doing the photo shoot. Like,
Dragonfly Rain on Twitch, follow her.
Yeah, like she did an amazing job with that. So but yeah, that video, that's only the first half of the video. I got to do the second half.
Yeah.
But that blew up, and I'm like, okay, all right. So that made me happy because that was my video that I put out and I made.
And that gave you enough followers you can now go live on TikTok.
Yeah, now I can go live on TikTok and whatnot. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
You just like, woo, just zoom.
It was like, seriously, like it was overnight. Like when I went to bed, I was like, oh my God, this thing already has like 3,000.
Had you played the algorithm better during the week, maybe? That's
I
why
don't
I'm
know.
wondering if you posted
I went to bed and I was like, hey babe, it's at 3,005 views inside of like, an
I kept on
hour.
refreshing up.
And it was like, and at the same time, it was like my follower count was just boom, boom, boom,
go
boom.
by the 5s.
And the comments were ridiculous. All the comments are positive
All
too.
of them. Even the ones that they hide are funny.
Are funny, yeah. So I'm like, there's no like bullying or anything like that. It turned on like this, or it asked if I wanted to turn on anti-bullying comments or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm
if
fine.
there's a negative comment,
if there's
you'll fish
negative,
it out.
I'll handle it.
Yeah. And what was it? What's the word of the day on your TikTok? A scare.
Oh, scaroused.
Scaroused.
A lot of people, and what's funny because it went from YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube was like, one of the top comments, if you go to the top comments, is like, I don't know whether to be scared or horny or whatever. And everybody was like, or no, it says, no, I think that one on YouTube says, I'm not scared, I'm horny. Well, that started a thread under that said like, me too, me
Scare
too, me
boner.
too. So on YouTube or on TikTok, my video, so many people were like, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm like scared, but I'm also horny. I don't know what's going on. Well, somebody in the comments was like, he just said, so there's apparently this new thing called scarouse. I'm scared and aroused at the same time. So I was going into because I love that so much. I went into everyone else's comments that said something about being scared
You're making
and
a trendy
horny.
word now.
And I was like, don't worry, you'll get through this. You're not alone. Others have experienced it. It's a new diagnosis called scarouse. And
that needs to be a
everybody's
hashtag on
loving
your
it.
next one. You should use that as a hashtag on your next Pyramid Head post.
A scare boner. Yeah.
Scare boner.
A scare boner. But yeah, so I will be officially taking Lady Pyramid Head to Days of the Dead Con in Indianapolis on July 6th.
Yeah.
For anybody that is in the area, or around the area, or is traveling through the area, or wants to even just come say hi. That's official. We booked our hotel and everything, so
yep.
That will be the next con.
So
and contest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back to playing and watching. We were still talking about Cold War, and then we got into your YouTube.
Right.
Anyways, I played some Hypercharge Unboxed on my stream. That was awesome. I'll probably go back to it eventually.
I like watching you and Patrick play it.
It's fun. A little tedious as far as like you're doing the same things over and over again. But I just wonder how the multiplayer plays when it will be coming to PlayStation at the end of this year. Apparently, according
Are they
to
doing crossplay?
It already is.
Oh, it is.
It's already opening crossplay to Switch, PC, and
cool.
Xbox. But
and Switch players can play with you?
Yeah. My nephew will be able to if he got it.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's that, and then there's also it's gonna be coming to PlayStation probably at the end of this year. So the player base will probably boom up a little bit. But with Black Ops coming out, it might be too little, too late. Like at this point, it's an indie developer that's trying to get this game out, but I mean, it's not the same as Call of Duty, but still, it's a first-person or third-person shooter.
A lot of first-person. Oh, basically any video game that's coming out around October, the end of October, is gonna see a
big dip,
because that's when Black Ops is coming out. So.
Okay, and that might be that's not necessarily us being biased. Call of Duty is
no, it's almost like it was.
Well,
it's the same thing with like when Fortnite comes out and they release a new
Pass.
season. Like everybody flocks to new season and try it out and away from their other games.
We'll get into the Call of Duty discussion eventually later on in the show, but it is coming to Game Pass, so the sales might tip towards other games.
Good.
So that's interesting to me. Dead Island 2. We went back to it last night. That was fun.
It was a little frustrating because like the user interface is a little bit difficult to figure out.
How to get places and
like like instead of just having like it works when you have the little locator on.
Waypoints better.
Like the waypoints and the map, but like when it tells you like find a file and you're like, what file? And it doesn't tell you where the file is, and you just have to find it in your menu. And like that was kind of bullshit.
We should have read the damn quest for that photo.
I did. It said check the blah blah blah, and I'm like, so I went into my menu and I was looking under things.
You're talking about how I had to get you there?
Yeah. But I didn't find it, and you have to like click
I think
four different things.
If you played it more, you'd understand that's where the quest logs are and where everything is. Like that was the problem.
It was like there's like hints of where you need to
go
go next.
I'm
Destiny,
and that's like a user face orgasm.
I know that's like easy, and then
no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Destiny's easy.
Yeah.
Not navigating.
The only thing that's not easy is like when you do.
You're not running the party. I have to get into the map.
I can do it myself.
I'll have you run it then.
That's fine. I'll do it. I want to get back into Destiny. I'm just waiting.
Uh-huh.
I would love to play it. Like, I want to get caught up and be able to play this new thing that's going on that everybody's raving about.
Yeah. That's $70. $60.
To me, it's worth it. So I'll just buy it myself and play it.
I've been playing some Fall Guys on stream. We did a little bit of that on Thursday and Saturday. I'm about done with the Fame Pass, so I'll probably play that on Thursday on my stream. Maybe we'll see, but depends on what we're playing. On what I play tomorrow. I think that's it for playing and watching. I guess I can talk about the UFL. Battlehawks lost in the playoffs last night to the San Antonio Brahmas. Yeah. It wasn't really a good offensive game. It was pretty bad. It was not entertaining to be a Battlehawks fan last night. There was a few good defensive plays that were exciting here and there, but you could see the writing on the wall. They were tired of the season, and they went 7-3. So a lot of these guys are just like, all right, like they didn't have the oomph to keep going. It seemed like they didn't have the same type of energy that we saw in all of our highlight reels that we were watching over the season. I mean, so you fell asleep to the game, and
I always fall asleep to football. Doesn't matter how excited I am for it. It's ridiculous.
you'll probably watch some Vikings though, with how interesting things.
Oh
are
yeah,
getting.
their new whiteout helmets and uniforms.
Ooh,
They
I
are-
forgot about that actually. Like
I
to mention
didn't
that.
because it's
going to
make butt season even extra nice.
The white and purple and silver Vikings uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
They look sick. I'm actually going to show it on stream. I'm going to
Yeah.
show that.
I mean, is it even going to work because you're?
It will work. I will just sit awkwardly. It's totally okay. It's totally okay. Okay. So so what Minnesota does every year is they have a whiteout game where they were in all white. The problem was the helmet never was.
The helmet was never white. It was always still purple.
And a lot of people were just like, what's
it's
the
not
point?
considered a whiteout
What
game.
is what is even the point of the whiteout if you're not going to do it right? So let me see if
there's
I
a
can
good one of
find-
JJ right here,
Which one?
down at the bottom.
Well, I want to see the helmet.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's the helmet.
There's the helmet.
But I want to see like the display. Here we go. Players with it on right there. That's not the best. Maybe if I can find one. There's Jefferson right there. That's a good one. Which also, congratulations to Justin Jefferson on being the greatest, like highest paid non-quarterback.
Right.
Got a 4-year deal. He's staying with the Minnesota Vikings, but this is their whiteout uniform. They got like icicle like numbers. They got the silver around the numbers.
I loved how they did a behind the scenes video of all like bringing in each player
Their
to
reactions.
put their helmet and their jersey on, but to show off the mannequin that's wearing it first.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
oh, where's mine?
They're like, where's mine? Can I try it on? Can I have it? Can I have it?
So a lot of people are raving about this, but a lot of people are calling it just a Bengals recall because like the Bengals did a white helmet. So, but Minnesota deserves a little bit of recognition on their awesome uniform, I think. Reading chat here, it looks like Patrick got another flat tire.
Aww.
You're just not having a good second week back, dude. Like it's already started. It's Monday. Maybe positivity, bro. Positivity.
You know what? Patrick just yelled at Josh because he jinxed you.
What did I say?
You said, hopefully you have a good week.
Can I not offer a good week?
Or a better
Like,
week. Maybe you should have just not said anything.
I need to though because the positivity like if you will it will happen. You know, like it's
I think
kinda,
Patrick, you need to get. Well, I mean, at least like the last time he got a flat tire, it was a thing like a big old screw.
Go on.
Well, I'm pretty sure insurance takes care of that, doesn't it?
I don't know. It depends on if you have full coverage.
Well, that and then when you
partial.
get new tires and stuff, usually they're insured for so many miles or and whatnot too. So hopefully, you know what? Maybe I should just shut up because maybe if I say too many things like that, bad things will happen with Patrick. So I'm sorry, Patrick.
You know, you live in like that world, or you used to work in that world where jinx was a real thing, and now you're just letting it out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Patrick. Well, hopefully you don't have to do that with this one.
Okay. So we need to move into the movie club movie, and there's a lot to talk about on this one. We're going to give a little bit more of an in-depth review because this one was heartbreaking. The Iron Claw.
You want to do an in-depth?
Well, I
review?
mean, what? I mean, of course we're going to talk about all the stuff that happens in this movie.
Well, yeah.
What? Are you trying to rush through it?
No, I don't want to spend like 45 minutes on one segment.
We've never spent 45 minutes on a movie review. unless it was a special episode.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
being a pro wrestling fan myself, I've watched a lot of wrestling movies come out. Like, let's put it on the comedic side. Ready to Rumble, that one was great as far as comedy goes, and being WCW, and I loved what they had to offer in that movie. The Wrestler came out while I was in high school or right after high school. It was Mickey Rourke. He did like a whole indie movie about basically people put this as Jake the Snake's life, because it was very similar to what happened to him in the indie scene and everything. But there are other wrestlers that could portray this that have the same, like they had the height, they had the peak, the phenomenon, and then they're at these conventions where nobody shows up. Very sad, but that happens to a lot of wrestlers. So when they retire on their peak level, that's what you normally see for like the big ones, but you don't see the small ones, and that's what the Wrestler is all about, kind of. Then the Iron Claw step into this one. This one is more of a real life story, to like a certain degree. Like they had to actually write this a little bit differently than what the family actually was, but the tragedy in the Von Erich story, a lot, like most of, like to the extent, all true. Like this is a small wrestling family, but they had a lot of legacy because of their dad, who is Fitz Von Erich. So we'll get into that. But here's the synopsis. The true story of the inseparable Von Erich brothers, who made history in the intensely competitive world of professional wrestling in the early 1980s. Through tragedy and triumph, under the shadow of their domineering father and coach, the brothers seek larger-than-life immortality on the biggest stage in sports. Starring Zac Efron, Jeremy Allen White, Mara Tierney, and Holt McCallany. Now, critics give this an 89%, fans give this a 94%, so truly a positive review on this for most people. Budget of this film is $15.9 million, and because I don't think the marketing was done very well,
No, because I don't even remember it advertised.
it came out just days after the writer's strike was over last fall.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
It made $45 million in the box office, so at least it went super positive. So there's at least that. It did a good job.
I thought you were going to tell me that it didn't.
No, it did okay. So this takes place starting off in 1979 in World Championship Class Wrestling, and you get a lot of like. So Alex is more familiar with seeing
2000 and like
the glitz and glam of wrestling.
7.
You're not used to seeing this. Like
No.
it's not. It's
not
not.
the, I know, but I've seen you've watched and had on so many
documentaries
that
oh
I'm
my
used
gosh.
to like what it started off as, and I know like the ECW and
ECW was a whole nother chapter of wrestling. Like that was hardcore, and
yeah.
This wasn't hardcore.
Yeah,
This
like
was more
I
along
know
the
about all
lines
that
of
stuff. I wish I would have been like a wrestling fan and watched it
the
back
90s,
like
the heat
in the
of it.
90s.
Yeah,
like
that's
that
when-
was like the prime time to watch.
That's
Like
when it
I like
went.
going back and just watching that, even though like I wasn't watching it back then. It's fun
Mhm.
for me just to go back and be like, you know, seeing like DX or seeing like
Stone Cold, Steve Austin, The Rock,
the MWO.
Oh, when they first debuted.
Yeah.
So like when you were seeing that, so we're watching it. Oh, another playing and watching thing. We're watching the documentary Who Killed WCW.
Yeah.
And you're seeing that too. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you, that's when things first started. When you first started seeing behind the scenes, you never saw that.
I know.
No one
he
ever
points
showed
out. He's
that.
like, "Oh, this is you never saw that before."
You never
And
saw.
I'm like, it's just so like
backstage.
it's like everyday like WWE now. Like you see
all
it
the time.
now.
They're trying to like bring new things in wrestling these days, and most of the time they're saying everything that's been done has already been done before. That's what Mark Henry said in an interview. There's a few things that we can go into depth on that, but we're not gonna. But I just want to say, like this starting off in 1979, you get more of a feel of like you're seeing a lot of the indie scene, small crowds. You know, they're trying
How it became before it became like what it is now.
So you see like the portrayal of Ric Flair and Iron Sheik and who was the Harley Race. Like those are the big ones that you see. They're being portrayed as the villain of the story because they kind of are. You hear like the music when they're being shown off and in this movie, and you're just seeing like from this family's perspective, who really
Well,
is
it's because the Von Erichs
villain.
want to be number one, so of course everybody else is going to be number two. That's why they're shown that way.
Yeah, but the problem with the Von Erichs is how cursed their family really is.
Mhm.
So it starts off with the story of the main character, Kevin, who's Zac Efron. You see him win the Texas heavyweight championship. So you're already thinking like, oh, they're already succeeding. They're a successful family.
Not
But
according to their dad.
no, they always have to be going bigger and better and bigger and better, and you can't be no emotion and no help, no love. So much
No,
tough love in this
lots
family.
Of, I mean, beyond tough love.
It's to the point where the mother is even the same, and you don't. But you see behind closed doors that she's really not. She really has a heart, but she's lived in this like shell for so long that she can't. Yeah, it's such a I can't say the word tragedy.
Yes.
But I want to say another word, but I'm just going to say it. So there are 5 brothers in this story. There's Kevin, David, Carrie, and Mike.
But there's actually
and
6 in
Jack
real life.
Jr. But Jack Jr. is not really talked about. The other one that's not talked about, his name is Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So, all in all, I don't want to go through like the whole like I have it all listed as far as like life and death of each one.
No, we don't have to go
like,
through each one.
The death of each brother. All in all, if you know the Von Erich story, it lands into there's one left, just one out of all the brothers that go into wrestling and everything.
And
that
wrestling
happens,
has basically been the downfall and the destruction of their family and their life
by either suicide or drug abuse or accidental death. One of them died in Japan alone in a hotel while they were just on the peak of their career.
Because they were too proud to get.
I can't.
I
I can say which ones, but I'm not going to go into
No, you
depth.
don't have to like. I mean, you don't have to.
One of them
spoil.
loses a foot and then commits suicide after all of the stuff they go through. But they're so successful with their prosthetic leg that they get the Intercontinental Championship.
I can't believe that's actually true.
That's a thing. That's a true thing. That really happened. For 3 months, they had the title.
Yeah, that's
crazy. But they lost their foot after they got their in the story. A lot of this is convoluted, and it really goes into depth of like, yeah, they really had a lot of tragedy in this family. Like it's just a sad story.
Yeah.
I guess I can go to some facts of this because like we already talked about like the steps of you know they die. There's a lot of death in this. There's a lot of like, you know, from beginning to end, you get to see Kevin, you know, start to finish of his wrestling career, and he there's a lot of time jumps too, which I wish they would have aged them. Like you don't see.
I mean, they did, but like they.
No haircuts, no like facial hair, nothing.
Well, I mean, like back in the day, that's what you needed. Though was like the big long hair, and
I'm saying like you don't get to see a difference in like hair color or anything or skin.
I
like,
guess
they all you cannot tell that 20 or actually no 10 years passed in this entire story.
Yeah.
At the end of it all, it winds up with I didn't know this, but the parents get divorced. Did you know that?
Oh.
You don't really
the mom and dad.
Yeah, the mom and dad get divorced.
Oh, it's about time.
Yeah.
They probably.
After all that,
according to, or at least like following the movie, it was like, oh my god, I can't believe that she's still with this dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like the dad basically has forced death upon the family multiple times, and she's still with him. So.
All right, so some of these facts about this movie. There are 7 real wrestlers and refs in this movie. 2 of them I know, Chavo Guerrero Jr. and Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Now, Maxwell Friedman is a real-life pro wrestler. He is in AEW. He's been world champion. He actually held the title for the longest time in AEW. So he, at the time, you know, was really popular, and you know, I didn't recognize him in this movie, but he's a wrestler in this movie. He has blonde hair. Okay, this one's gonna blow you away. All right, just strap in. The Von Erich family signature move, the Claw, is used in the film Liar Liar as a father-son bonding experience between Fletcher and Max multiple times. The actress Maura Tierney, who plays the Von Erich matriarch, played Max's mom.
She did.
And Fletcher's wife
She
in
did.
Liar
I
Liar.
knew I freaking recognized her.
Yes, that's her.
Oh my god.
The irony.
Wow.
I read that while you were working today.
I knew
and
I
was like,
recognized her.
I was like,
I
I had to
knew
flail my
it.
arms. I was like, what?
I knew it. I was like, damn, I know that actress, but I didn't want to look it up.
Yep, that's her.
Wow. Huh. That's cool.
How the turntables.
Yep.
So, got that one out of the way. So Fritz asked Carrie about a wrestler by the name of Hellwig. This is referring to Jim Hellwig, better known as the Ultimate Warrior, who later legally changed his name to just Warrior. So Hellwig is actually talked about. I don't remember that conversation, but apparently it is. It's talked about. Everything's in passing. They call the Iron Sheik the Sheik. They're trying to avoid any
copyrights and
copyright
stuff.
claim or anything of names. They call Nature Boy Ric Flair. They don't call him.
They call him the Nature Boy, but they put Nature Boy on his
but they don't really
his,
It's
cloak
all
or
it's
whatever.
It's not necessarily parody, but it's like portrayal of the character. Like
Right.
Ric Flair was portrayed as like a party boy, which he still is. I don't know if you know
Well,
this.
he's banned from
He's
our
banned
city.
in that's actually a thing around the world.
Yeah, he's banned in our city.
He's very common in this one Florida city apparently, and people are like, "Oh my God, that's Ric Flair." Yeah, he lives there. He goes to the bar every weekend. So yeah, he still is that guy. Director of the film, Sam Durkin, instructed Zac Efron to refrain from crying until the last day of shooting. So that is real tears, and like. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, he did a good job, but he's also a good crier.
He's a good actor.
Yeah,
It's hard to
He's a good.
He just picked Zac Efron as this douchebag dude from High
well,
School
that's
Musical.
because they did do a good job
did a good
making
job
him
making him
a
that way.
douchebag actor.
He's a good actor. And
yeah.
everything we've seen him in, I don't have any complaints.
I mean, which a lot of people bash High School Musical, but honestly, like when you're in high school,
I've never seen him.
Well, so I had to watch it because when I was in choir senior year, it was mainly for the freshmen watched it because it was younger high schoolers liked it. But because it was so popular, we did a couple songs in choir, and in I was in kind of a show choir as well. So we had to make up a dance, and I choreographed it, and I had to watch the movie to put some of the moves into the dance. And honestly, I think the movie wasn't that bad.
Yeah. So I think I read a comment. Your dad was down in Texas at the time they were wrestling. Did he ever see them? Did ever go and see them?
I mean, I doubt it. I don't ever remember my dad.
Parents were really into wrestling. I don't know if they ever went to any shows, but they watched
I don't ever remember my dad being into wrestling.
I think they would
my
love
mom
this
got
movie.
into wrestling, but I remember my mom getting into wrestling when she was I was a teenager. So it was around the time, right before I got into wrestling. I know that she went to house shows and stuff here.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, wrestling was never on the TV here.
Yeah. While the movie makes it seem like one of the brothers lost his foot right after he won the NWA title. In actuality, there's a 2-year gap. He won the title in May, and the accident happened in 1986. So it was 2 years later. Another comment. What's that?
He says, I saw them live on TV when they did
Texas Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. As long as so if you're familiar with it, you would actually probably enjoy seeing
I
this
think
movie
you'd like the movie.
if you know the Von Erichs enough or watch them enough.
I mean, I don't know the Von Erichs at all, and I enjoyed the movie.
I highly recommend this movie. Okay, so here is a
I've heard their name.
What?
I said I've heard their name before I watched
That's
the movie.
That's in 2009 they were inducted into the Hall of Fame of WWE, and you watched that WrestleMania.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably why.
I'm going to skip a lot of the rest of these facts because a lot of this is dealing with a lot of the death in the family, and I don't know if we want to talk about more about that. This is a really sad movie, guys.
It is. It's a sad movie, but it's also a historical movie.
And it gives you some in-ring perspective and some behind the scenes, which you got to see the tag teams talk about how they're gonna go out and do their thing.
Yeah, like
I said that's how it's done. They would say you're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this.
My guess is like yes, it's scripted, but I mean, it is still real physical.
In between is what you make up.
Yeah, you just make things up as you go.
And
you
is
can't,
a lot of choreograph.
I mean, you
acting.
choreograph things like, hey, at one point I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and I bet you though, just for privacy reasons and so things don't get leaked, I bet you they are not told who wins the match.
No, they are.
No, until like.
No, they are.
When are they told?
A lot of times, well, in these days, WWE has this stuff planned out months ahead of time, so they know what's going on in 3 months.
I mean, I guess it's kind of detrimental to your career.
It really is.
Keep,
it's detrimental to your brand to know what you're gonna do. They have a league of writers there, but in the indie scene, they had nights planned out. Like maybe the night of. But when WCW happened, it was night of. Like they were running low on steam at the end of their
So they just
run.
said like, hey, you're
Because
going out there. Guess what? You're gonna win the belt tonight.
They couldn't put out 3 hours of content live weekly. It's like when we were doing our show weekly. I mean, we can go back to that, but it does take a lot out of us to go back to doing things weekly. When you do a show weekly, it takes a lot of work, you know.
Yeah.
Like you put in a lot of effort for an hour and a half for us. I mean, an hour and a half to 2 hours when we talk. But if you're performing a wrestling show, you're performing a script. That takes a lot of work. And
it's like performing a movie every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they're doing house shows in between these live shows that we're seeing on camera. So we're not seeing everything.
Yeah.
That's crazy. At the end of this movie, there's a dedication in the end credits to David, Carrie, Mike, Chris, and Jack Jr. They do not give dedication to Fitz. I myself love this movie. I'm giving it a 9.
I give it an 8.
Yeah, it's a rewatch eventually. I would love to rewatch it to hear more about it.
It's definitely like especially if you want to get people into wrestling.
I will probably I'll rewatch this movie with my parents.
Oh yeah. I bet you your parents would love this
Next
movie.
time we see them, I'm going to put this movie on.
Yeah. I don't know. Your mom might not like it.
She'll love it. She loves the Von Erichs.
With all the stuff that...
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. She loves the Von Erichs. She loves wrestling back then, and so she'll love hearing about all this. Okay. She probably knows more about it than we do.
Probably. It is really funny to see your mom get super into wrestling when it's on TV, though.
Oh, when she was watching WrestleMania
she was
watching the big show, though.
I know.
Like, that's crazy. Like the big event.
The big event. I know.
Of course there's going to be
Dad's got her hurt.
Oh, yeah.
They gotta be
tired.
so tired.
They are tired.
She's such a mom, but at the same time, like to hear her go, oh,
the cardio,
oh, like she gets.
And then she would know she wouldn't react to the things that were huge.
I know.
I'd be like, "What are you doing?" Like
she
gets
so
into
a table.
It's
so cute.
What do you got for the next show as far as a movie?
Oh shit!
Your choice.
Oh, I want to watch Furiosa.
Furiosa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been like really wanting to watch it. Like
so
I know there's so
movie.
many back and forth like reactions and whatnot to the movie, so I'm like, I want to watch it. I really do.
Let me check the.
I've been wanting to watch it since like I saw the very first preview.
We should probably go this weekend then. Just go to a movie.
Just go to a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
It's definitely one like we're gonna have to go and see this one in theaters. This is definitely a theater worthy movie, I think, as far as with visual effects and things like that.
Oh, okay. Well, the synopsis of this is really light.
It's probably just a prequel.
Yeah, the origin story of renegade warrior Furiosa before her encounter and team up with Mad Max. So
yeah, like I figured that's what it was like the beginning of Furiosa.
Stars Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Hemsworth, Tom Burke. Any other names we might know? Maybe. We'll see if we pick anybody out, because like during the movie we would pick out other ones in Mad Max.
If anybody hasn't seen Mad Max Fury Road, though, I mean,
that's a great
that
movie.
Is an amazing movie. Visual acting, I mean, in my opinion, I know Josh too, but like that is a great like that is what Borderlands, don't get me started, but that is what Borderlands needs to be.
Oh my
and
God,
that's what I thought. That is what I thought Borderlands the movie was going to be. And it's not.
Why did you do that to me?
I'm sorry. We can move on.
No, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about Borderlands and the
I don't
trash,
want to. I'm gonna get pissed.
the garbage this movie's gonna be. So they.
If this ends up being okay, so here's the thing.
I need a gotcha moment. I need a
before-
gotcha.
Okay,
This
so
ain't happening.
you know the gotcha thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that real quick. So the gotcha thing for me, there's one movie that came out that I bashed like crazy. I said this movie is gonna suck ass. It looks ridiculous. There's no way it's gonna be good, and it blew me away. And that
I don't
was
know which one that is.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay. Yeah.
When I saw it, like we were already going
That's
through like
right.
the superhero.
We were going through the Marvel
movie.
phase of like
Yeah,
fatigue.
we were going through the superhero movie fatigue, and I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
to
Marvel. And then because
you're
of
like,
Batista,
you're like Batista.
I was like, really, Batista?
Really?
You're gonna put Batista in there? And then Batista ended up being like my favorite freaking character in
love
the whole
Drax.
movie. He's so freaking hilarious.
You're like Vin Diesel as Groot.
As
What
Groot.
is
Are
this?
you
And Groot
serious?
is like your favorite.
I know. And I was like,
And
this
you're like,
is gonna
who-
be
who-
so
and you didn't like
stupid.
Rocket and, like,
no, I was like, this is
out
gonna
of
be
all of them,
horrible.
I think out of all of them, your least favorite character is Gamora.
No, I like Gamora.
Out of all of them, who is your least favorite?
None, because
Nebula, and you got Star-Lord.
But the first time I watched it, probably Nebula.
I love Nebula.
But
She is one of my
because she's
favorite
one that
characters
like
now.
builds, I like
Yeah.
Nebula quite a
Nebula
bit.
and Thor are my two favorite Marvel Avengers.
Anyways, but yeah, so I tore that movie up with the previews.
Oh yeah.
I tore it up. It's probably even on the podcast somewhere. I was like, I cannot believe they're putting this movie out. Looks like shit. Like, because it looked like they were just making some funny movie about a vet. Like, because I also didn't know anything about the actual like comic book, and like
Okay,
I
so-
didn't know anything about the story.
I'll say the same thing about Mad Max Fury Road. I thought that was going to be a dumb movie, and
Really?
I loved it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the trailer, the original trailer,
I thought the trailer looked good. That's why I watched
and I was
it.
like, this isn't gonna. What's it gonna be? And
But no, I
don't
thought
know.
I was
liked
gonna
it.
I got so pissed off, and I'm like, well, watch it anyway. And it was like, I gave it like a 9 or 10 or
was a
something.
great
I was like,
movie.
oh my god, it blew me away. But here's the thing: I knew nothing about Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, I know, and I've played Borderlands video games to the point where I loved the game so much.
Two.
Especially two.
Oh.
I played the game so much, and I love the game so much that inspired my cosplay journey. That was my very first cosplay. Was Maya, the siren from Borderlands 2. I am pissed off, so pissed because
Yeah.
I also absolutely love Lilith.
You recognize? Okay, so here's the thing. You recognized Hellmouth,
I did.
and his name is wrong.
It's no. I mean, his name is. They're saying his name is Kronk or Kron or Crone or.
Yeah, and you recognized
And I
that
was
it
like,
wasn't.
I was
and
like,
you
wait a
also
second. Like, that's
knew-
not even the same dude. I'm like, they're modeling this guy off of a different enemy. And I
Yeah.
looked it up online, and it's freaking like Machine Head or
Yeah.
like Machine Mouth, or I don't remember what the hell his name was, but I was like, that's like a different freaking character. What the
And
hell
you
is he
remember
doing?
that.
Well, it's because when you go up against a boss, it does this like quick flash.
But
of,
you're
like,
gonna remember the boss names? Oh no.
Pixel. No. Yeah, you should probably like fix that before. Yeah, that's expensive. Pixel about knocked over Josh's work laptop, so that's not good. Anyways,
I had that leaning against the wall, and he was like nudging it. I was like, no, you ain't touching that.
I tried. Like, I got super excited when I heard there was going to be a Borderlands movie. I'm like, because video game
And then
movies.
then you heard like Kevin Hart was the first cast.
I was like,
and Jack Black,
Jack Black. That didn't like that.
and then Jamie Lee Curtis got cast. And I'm like,
When they started announcing the cast, I was like,
and then they announced Lilith.
Lilith's the first one to piss me off, but the newest one to piss me off is fucking Moxie. Like, the actress that's playing Moxie is like what, 60 years old?
Yeah.
She's 60. Moxie in the game is not 60. Yeah, I mean, there is
What's
a
her
point.
name again? What's her name?
I don't remember
it's
her
all over
name.
the place.
Moxie is like this super attractive maybe in her mid-30s, because there is a point in time that, like, I do remember somebody commented. I was like, oh yeah, she does talk about that, because you have to go up and you have to talk to Moxie, give her tips, and she just keeps talking your
In
ear off.
Borderlands 3, she is 52. In Borderlands
3! 3!
That's the
3!
third freaking game, and there's like a huge gap
there's huge
between
gaps.
1, 2, and 3.
So no, so like Borderlands. So when you see Moxie in at least Borderlands 2, when you go up to the bar, you're giving her tips because you have to like give her so much money, and then she'll like end up giving you like this sweet ass gun that's like a vibrator at the same time. It's called the Bad Touch. It's really there's a Bad Touch and the Good Touch. But they're really awesome guns. But you have to like keep tipping her and listening to her stories. Well, there's one point where she says like, but that was like 2 husbands or 2 marriages ago and 4 kids later.
Gina Gershon is 62.
So, yeah. And this is supposed to. This looks like they're making like Borderlands 1 is kind of like what it seems like they're making. But anyway, so and Moxie is like this super attractive. The first thing you see with Moxie is her fucking tits. Like she's got these really big, like almost like fake.
You know what? Let me put it up. Let me pull it up.
Fake boobs, and she's like this super attractive bartender.
Before you, I should have had this ready actually.
In Sanctuary, and you just like that's all you see about her is just she's so like, I don't know, sexual and but also like a badass, but she is not 60 years old. And they cast, I don't even know this actress's name.
Gina Gershon.
Yeah, they cast her, and the first thing I see with her, and I'm like, she
looks
looks old.
I'm trying to find the announcement image. There it is. Finally, I was trying to find this.
Like, and it doesn't even look like Moxie. It doesn't look like Moxie. I've seen cosplayers in real life next to me that I have pictures of that did a better job with the costume design and the makeup than this fucking picture right here. This really ticks me off. Like, Lilith is one thing, but look at this bullshit. She looks like a clown. She looks like an old ringleader.
She's like a circus clown. Like the ringleader. You're right.
I'm not
You're
sure.
right.
I seriously, I don't want to bash like the actresses because I mean they accept.
No,
like, they,
bash it. This is your passion.
No.
This is your passion. No, this is a fan project, and we hate it. We hate it.
I don't want to say bad things about like the actual actors and actresses because I'm like that I bet you none of them have played this fucking game. Bet you none of them. Actually, you know what? I don't bet you none because I bet you Jack Black, he seems like a cool dude that plays video games with his son.
Oh yeah, he has.
I bet you he's played this game.
He loves this game. That's why he's cast.
Oh, well, see? I was right. I knew he's a freaking gamer.
So here.
So
I'm gonna comparison here. So we're gonna do a side by side of these two. Okay?
See, that's Moxie.
Yeah, we're gonna watch. God dang it. This didn't work. Give
like
me a
they
wired
didn't
keyboard for frick's sake.
They didn't do a good job
There we go.
at all.
To be fair, they did terrible.
Like Moxie's not 60 years old, guys.
I mean, as a dude, I hate it.
I could have done a better job.
When I played Borderlands 2 and you go into Moxie's bar, she makes you question whether or not you're in love with the video game character. Seriously.
I
because
know.
of how she talks to you.
The way she talks, the way she moves, everything. Like, you get obsessed with Moxie because it's Moxie. I am not upset. I should have seen the announcement picture of Moxie with my jaw on the floor and drool coming out. Like that is what Moxie should have been.
Oh, jeez. So casting.
Like to me, Moxie, like at the most, I feel like she should have been in like with 4 kids, mid-30s.
I feel like because we gave Mortal Kombat so much praise, we're getting this thrown at us.
Hold on, we got people talking in the comments. Let me see here.
Appreciate the comments, guys, on YouTube. If you guys want to catch us live, we do go live during this show.
Compared to the trailer for Alien Romulus
looks crazy good.
They shouldn't have released that Borderlands trailer. I always thought Moxie was in her 40s. Yeah, see, like
Yeah.
that makes sense with
because
a couple
she has
husbands
a couple of
and
husbands and kids.
kids. Like I was like, unless she started like it's Borderlands. I mean, she could have had babies or whatever.
Borderlands is its own
Yeah.
thing. You're not on Earth. You're on Pandora.
The graphic artist did a terrible job. I know, horrible.
Not necessarily the graphic artist. The movie. We saw a clip of the movie.
No,
and
like
the
a terrible
scene.
job on that
No,
photo.
I know. But
Like-
what's wrong is, what the thing is that it's not the Photoshop. That character is going to be in a live action movie, and you can't Photoshop that. You can saturate that. You can do a film overlay. In fact, there is a movie called A Scanner Darkly, starring Keanu Reeves and Robert Downey Jr., and there's a few others in this movie. And that movie has all of this cell shading. It's a certain type of shading, actually. But if I showed you a screenshot, this is what Borderlands
There's not
should
even
be.
like they don't even have cell shading on the characters, like basically at all in any of these like pictures.
Let's look at this one. Here we go. Boom. This is a live action movie, but they put a filter on it. I've seen this movie. This
See,
is what
how-
Borderlands
yeah,
should be.
This is what it should
This
be.
is a screenshot of the movie. This is a screenshot of how
Like, I mean, it should be that, but at the same time, I will tell you, like they can make Borderlands live action.
They could do this type of saturation. you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, put some saturation. I'm like,
They didn't.
It's 2024. You can do amazing things with movies. This seriously, the trailer and like the sneak peek or behind the scenes or something that they showed you, the first look, which is like a minute or so long. I was like, I tried to have an open mind. I tried, and I was like, it looked like a bunch of old people that never played the game that were trying to dress up in costumes that they made
in their
on
garage or
a
something. I don't know.
fan-made set.
Yeah. They don't use their abilities. They don't.
It's all about like your
panicking
skill
while they're
tree
shooting.
and the guns. It's about the guns. They barely showed any type of really cool gun. They showed that Lilith had this like big ass gun and she was like flipping around and stuff. I'm like, it's not how you move the gun. It's the
and in
actual
fact,
gun itself.
a
The
siren
names,
does
the
not-
types, the type of like ability the gun has, or like do you remember when Borderlands?
You don't move like that in Borderlands either.
Do you remember when Borderlands? I think it was
Just saying.
Was it 2 or 3? Borderlands came out, and it was just all about like guns. So many guns. So many there's like
Yeah.
a million guns or
A
whatever. It's
bajillion,
all about like
bazillion.
the guns and the loot and like. There's one character I'm okay with.
And that's Claptrap.
No, I mean I'm okay. Okay, 2,
Craig.
3.
Okay, who?
Marcus.
Yeah,
They announced Marcus, and I was like,
that's fine.
he's okay. Marcus is fine.
Nothing else is wild.
But like, I'm really passionate about Moxie.
You know-
I'm really passionate about Lilith, and I'm like, I like Kate Blanchett as an actress. I
We-
really do. But this was a big no for her.
we got excited because this movie was. I was like, oh, I can't wait to see what
I
Handsome
ex-
Jack's like. I don't want to see.
I
what
don't want to
Handsome
see
Jack's
Handsome
like.
Jack, and
Don't.
I don't think that they're going to.
Don't.
If they do put Handsome Jack in it, I don't think that they're going to have it.
There's
in
one
this-
guy. There's one person who can do Handsome Jack. One actor, Dennis Leary,
Oh, that's not who I was thinking of.
or
Jeff Goldblum.
no, Parks and Rec.
I think Jeff Goldblum.
The health
would be
the health
good.
dude.
The health.
No, not Jeff Goldblum. The other dude, the dude from Parks. I can't think of his name.
The health. Oh, I don't know his name, but yes, yeah. He could do a good job. Yes,
he could be Handsome
he
Jack.
could be
even.
Handsome
He could,
Jack.
In fact, I think he should be cast. If they do that, he'd be the only one I'd be okay with.
That's actually a good idea.
At his age and everything.
Yeah.
Like, what's his freaking name?
I don't know, but you have to think about that though, because
You're terrible with names.
I
and
don't
we don't
want
have
to.
Brett,
I know
so
I'm
now I
not
have
going to
to go
spoil
search
anything
this.
about Borderlands. But so I don't think that they're going to
Pixel?
put. I don't think they're going to put Handsome Jack, which is like a really big character if you don't know Borderlands. It's a really big enemy. I don't think that they're going to put him in this movie, and if they do, to try to tease a sequel. Rob Lowe, thank you. Not Jeff Goldblum. Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe needs to be Handsome Jack.
That's what I was trying. I did not mean to say Jeff Goldblum. I meant to say Rob Lowe. That's
He's
who
the only one.
I think Rob Lowe would be perfect as
That's it.
Handsome Jack.
That's it.
But anyways, I don't think they're gonna put Handsome Jack in there. If they do,
It'll
it would be at the very end to set up a sequel.
Maybe they'll show a mask.
Like they'll show the a mask, or they'll or his voice or something like that.
Kind of like how they did the teaser of Power Rangers with Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll never get that.
No, we're not. Unfortunately, that makes me sad. Let's
I
not
was
talk
so
about that.
excited. I was so excited about the Power Rangers movie, and it wasn't bad. I did not mind it. I don't know why they think it was a flop. It was good. It did enough, and I think that it was a good enough movie. I enjoyed it. Why the hell they think that it wasn't good enough? As a Power Rangers fan myself, speaking of Power Rangers, it was announced last week during the Summer Game Fest. There's a Power Rangers game coming out.
It looks awesome,
and
actually.
we're getting it.
I'm getting it.
It looks amazing.
It looks really good.
I'm playing that one. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it looks just like Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
It looks like that, but like with Power Rangers.
Right.
Yeah, I think it looks cool.
We got to move on to the Call of Duty and Xbox showcase.
You do realize, though,
yeah,
we have to
since
see
we're talking
it.
about Borderlands. See what?
Borderlands.
We do. Yes, we do. We do. We
have
to see it.
I'm saying it right now on the podcast. I fully predict this is the first movie I walk out of the movie theater for.
Ooh.
That's how upset I am about this.
And you know how
movie.
much we can't do that because we're like so stingy on movie tickets. We're like, we bought this ticket, we're here, we've seen movies. We sat through
I'm seriously
the
going
Jurassic
to take
World
a pen.
sequels
I'm going to take a pen and
the
paper with
the
me.
Star Wars movies.
And I'm just going to take notes so I don't forget anything. I'm going to
please.
take
I
I'm
mean,
going to
I
take
wouldn't
notes
mind
while
if you-
I'm watching
if
the
you
movie.
took out your phone and started writing.
I did that with Batman.
You did. And that was a good thing.
And that was a good
because
that
I
was a
love
good
that you
Batman.
did those notes.
That
was a good Batman movie. It was good.
But like I hate the fact that we have to give this movie money, but like we have to see it.
We will see it.
Like
Aftercast for Borderlands.
Oh my god. Yeah. We're gonna have to do an aftercast for
the
Borderlands.
problem is we don't have really anyone that's passionate about Borderlands as we are.
Well, you don't have to be passionate. It would also just be like if you've played the game. So I mean, we can have like Patrick and Brian join us for like an aftercast because they've played it with us.
Yeah,
they've at least played 2 with us.
We'll have to see. When does it come out? I'll have to look that up.
We could
soon,
also just
isn't it?
reach out to some old friends and see if they'd see it. Like our
comes out on August 9th.
August. Okay.
Wow, that's in 2 months, guys. I just don't know. I don't know. Man.
It makes me so mad if they put Maya in this thing and they fuck
but if they
her
cast
up.
her right,
They haven't. So one of the things in the comments on IGN about this movie.
Oh, Tiny Tina! Holy
oh my
crap.
God! Don't get me started on Tiny.
We didn't
Tina.
even talk about Tiny Tina.
I don't even want to.
No, we're not even going to get into that. Was a bad one. That's one that shouldn't be in this movie if it's Borderlands 1.
Yes, and it even shouldn't even.
Oh
be in this
my God!
movie, you don't even meet her until
She's in
2.
2. She's not in 1. She's in 3. My God.
Yeah,
okay, we're mad. We're mad.
Yes,
we're mad.
It's horrible. Like,
Tiny Tina is there for fanfare and nobody's happy about it. Oh my God. Yeah, we're gonna. Have to.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Patrick. We're gonna give this movie a 0.
Pre-give it a 0.
I pre-give it a 1.
2 for me.
I pre-give it a 1.
The only redeeming factor is probably gonna be the fact that it has Claptrap and he might be funny. And Claptrap's always been annoying to me. He's been funny in some things, but a lot of people get annoyed by him. Anyways, I digress. We have gone on in this Borderlands chat when it wasn't even on the notes. We just did that out of passion. No notes.
Ever since
down.
this week, then they keep releasing more and more posters of the actresses and actors,
stop.
and I'm like, just stop! You're not making it any better.
Stop it! He's already dead.
Like honestly, what you need to do, what they should have done is I probably just need to bring my freaking voice recorder with me.
Oh,
so I can record just the.
This scene sucked because of this reason.
No. I need to bring that, but I also need it just for like the audience reaction. So, because you know what would have happened if they did not show the rest of the cast and Moxie came up on screen the first time? You would have heard boo! Like people would have been like so pissed off if we've never seen a picture of Moxie and then she came up on the screen.
what hurts my soul
The
is
whole movie hurts my soul.
seeing the Borderlands game tweet out stuff about this.
Well, they have to.
It really
like what it does to me is I go, here's to
what's
promote
terrible
it.
about this. During all of these posters and clips, they're sending out shift codes.
I know.
And we're not doing anything. Like, nah, I don't even want to put that code
like
in.
they're
I don't care about those
poster.
keys. Yeah.
I already have like 300 keys.
I know.
I don't need any
and when's
more.
the next time we're going to go back to Borderlands?
They're just more keys. Like, I already have keys, man. I got
Yeah.
keys for days. I don't need any more keys.
We're burning 5 keys at a time each
I
level.
know.
Just
like,
getting a new
just
gun.
got into the game again after 2 years. Like, oh, look, 200 keys. Let's burn 10 right now.
I didn't like this rocket launcher. Who wants this rocket
who
launcher?
wants this
Let me get
rocket launcher? Oh, God. Okay, let's move on.
So the Xbox showcase was yesterday, along with the Call of Duty announcements. They opened with Black Ops, so that's a way to get your fan base hyped for those who are into it. Alex was immediately smiles. We did a stream. It was fun.
We did a stream with Terrible Terror podcast.
That was awesome. I enjoyed that.
Well, Terrible Terrors on Twitch. Is what we did.
We did a co-stream together.
Yeah.
I the fact that he knew more about the video game lores, like different titles.
I do have to say something.
Us. Yeah.
Brian, we're getting a Stalker 2.
Jeez, after all that, this one looks like Stalker. And it turned out to be, what was it? It was like
we're getting
Perfect
Stalker
Dark
2,
or
Brian.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, and I've never played Stalker.
I know. That was so hilarious. And we didn't even know it was Stalker 2 until it actually came up at the very end.
Yeah.
Oh, would you look at that? It is Stalker 2.
Because they didn't do a live audience with this. We were stuck on the fact that we were just like clip after clip. We couldn't digest each one, and they didn't come out and talk about each game ever. So it wasn't like the Game Awards where we're used to seeing like an in between each title. You know, there's a little bit of time to talk about, okay, well, then there's this. And because we were talking over trailers because we couldn't talk about the previous one in time.
Right.
They need to give us a little bit of breathing room between titles.
So what interested you in the announcement?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got them listed kind of in order here. Like Gears of War E-Day was a great announcement. I kind of called it. I said there's got to be a Gears of War announcement. There's got to be a cinematic. And we said that on your stream.
Mm-hmm.
And we weren't 100% on whether or not it was going to happen. I said, but it has to. Gears of War is the only other title that they have going for them right now that isn't in disarray. Like, the fan base is a little upset about 5. I can say that. Like a little more than a little. But Doom looks fun.
Doom looks good.
Doom,
so I
the
played
Dark
Doom on
Ages.
PC.
Me too. I played the original Dooms.
Yeah, I played that. So it looks
and
really
some
good.
of the reboot. I played some of the reboot. So this looks fun.
It looks really good.
They're putting Doom in the Dark Ages.
You get to see the BFG.
Right at the opener, the BFG. I called it out. I was like, I saw the armor. I was like, whoa, this. It's Doom. State of Decay 3 was a interesting announcement. I will definitely be looking into probably playing another co-op zombie game. That looked fun. Life is Strange Double Exposure.
It looks good.
Being a Life is Strange fan, just the original. I did not care for the sequels, the spin-off or the sequel. The spin-off is the one with Chloe, and the
My brother's pretty excited about that one because he's played
the first one.
And he's played the second one. He hasn't played he hasn't played the
Chloe one.
Was it Chloe?
Yeah, that she has her own title.
Okay.
Before the Storm is what it's called.
No, it's called something about colors, isn't it?
That's 2. True Colors.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then yeah, you're right.
Before
but
the
I
Storm,
had
he thought was a DLC. It's its own title.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, my brother's played 1 and 2, and he said he didn't really care for 2, but he was a fan of 1, and I played 1, and then he saw. I had him watch the trailer after we were done. He was like, "Oh shit, Max is back."
I hope I'm not talking out of my ass. Is True Colors its own title?
Third is True Colors. Second is Two Brothers.
Is it just? I gotta look.
That's what Brian just said.
That's True Colors, and then there's So
yeah,
games. You're right. Okay, so it's Life is Strange, Before the Storm, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, Life is Strange 2. They did all those episodes. Life is Strange True Colors. They remastered it, and now there's double exposure. They put
Yeah.
out 1, 2,
I do really
3,
like that they
4.
named it Double Exposure. I think that's a cool
This
name.
is their 7th title.
Hmm.
Like 6th or 7th title.
Yeah.
Like, geez.
I played the first one and I liked it. It's not really my type of game
Yeah.
because it's a lot of just like reading and clicking, like choose your own adventure kind of thing.
Yep.
But I
into
mean,
it.
it was okay for me. But
I like it.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones looks great. I think it looks awesome. I smiled through the whole thing.
The acting, voice acting, the action is pretty on par for Indy.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good.
Being an Indy fan, you gonna play it?
I already said it. I don't think it's one that I'm gonna play like on stream. I think it's one that, like, while you're streaming or like while you're working or something. Like it's something like I would just be like, oh, I'm gonna play Indiana Jones.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mixtape. That looks interesting.
It looks interesting.
It's like an adventure-ish narrative game. And then they announced Perfect Dark.
Mm-hmm.
South of Midnight looks kind of cool. And then they announced another Series S and X, which I'll show here on stream. It looks really cool, actually.
I mean, I don't like the whole storage.
The storage number?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I think
bad,
these
right?
days everything needs to come with at least
2 terabytes. If you're if you're a next gen, if you're like the top of the console, because they're coming out with a digital all white at 1 terabyte. Like, if you're digital, that means you're getting rid of a drive. You have space. Put it at 2 terabytes, man. Like,
Yep.
why? What are you doing? That is a flop. Maybe they'll change that.
Yeah.
I hope they do. But this console
This
looks
one,
great.
if you zoom in quite a bit, I
I'll
don't know
try
if
to.
people will see it or not. I don't know if you can.
Can I zoom in? I'm trying to.
The black Xbox it's black and green, but the whole front part of it, the whole top like casing is black, and the bottom has got like a green stand to it. But what I didn't see while we were actually watching it was it looked all black, but if you zoom in on it, it's got like these really bright Xbox green speckles on it, and it looks awesome. I don't like that they put only the speckles on the D-pad on the controller. It's a little like that's not very aesthetically pleasing to me, but like I think the green and the black look, I think it looks good. I really like that.
Yeah, I do too. What interests you other than Call of Duty? Of course, we're gonna get into that afterwards. But those are basically the main ones.
Those are the ones, really.
Gears of War, I'm really excited for. Hopefully, they have a good horde mode.
Yeah, those are the ones.
I think what they learned is they don't have to reinvent the wheel with horde mode.
No,
just make it
good.
Make it great. Like, make it good. That's all you got to do. Don't screw up.
Just
round-based
stuff.
So, speaking of round-based stuff, they're bringing back. Let's talk about Black Ops.
Round-based Zombies is back.
Round-based Zombies is back. Oh, that's exciting.
Like, I did like what they did with Cold War with like the open world kind of thing. Like, it is fun, but true round-based Black Ops Zombies is where it's at.
I'm very excited.
So, and I think they said 2 new maps for zombies.
Yeah, 2 maps for zombies at launch, and they're going to have 16 new multiplayer
I know. I was
maps.
like, damn.
That's not including remakes. They're going to bring back Nuketown. They have to.
Well, yeah.
Nuketown's a
if you
given.
don't bring back Nuketown, like, what are you doing?
Yeah. So here's my top. Here's some of the maps I want in this game. Firing range. They have not brought that.
I
Cold
love
War.
firing range.
I want firing range. I liked what they did with firing range in I think it was 3 or 4, where they made it a movie set.
Yep, the movie set.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I think it was 4.
I think it was 4 too. Yeah,
I think it was 4.
I want jungle. I love jungle.
Jungle's fun.
That's almost a classic for us.
Mm-hmm.
Some of our friends don't like jungle.
I like jungle.
I love jungle. Hijacked,
of course.
But they have to widen it or something. Add something to
Hijacked. Don't do anything with it. Just remaster.
Really?
No, just remaster it. I think it's fine the way it is. Don't fuck it up.
So that's pretty much, those are like the 3 that I want. Slums, we like playing that in Black Ops Cold War. We didn't like it in Black Ops 2 because I think we were running slowly. So
I do like
satellites.
They need
to keep satellites.
What's the new maneuver with the body called?
They are doing the road. Is it rotary scoping?
They called it something, but basically like
where you can.
Brian, do you remember what
backwards.
they called that? Like what they're going to be doing? Like how they're going to be.
The shooting mechanism where you're going 360 degrees.
Yeah, like you can basically be shooting and then slide while you're aiming and whatnot, and then like basically like as in like slide Yeah, it started with an O. I don't remember what the frick it's called.
Omnidirectional.
Omni something.
Omnidirectional shooting.
No.
They did Max Payne. Yeah, I know that. I know that they did the Max Payne.
Omni.
It's where you're like diving and you're able to shoot while you're on the ground, as opposed to like
that's
just
like-
the basic dives.
Yeah. But like
crouch.
the other thing too is like you can dive forward while shooting and aiming, and then you can also slide backwards like on your back and shoot, and
right.
it's like omnidirectional or something. I don't know, something like that. I don't know, but I really like what they're doing there. So that looks fun.
Black Ops has been more along the lines.
Omnidirectional. I was right.
That's
Woo!
what I said,
got it.
I said omnidirectional. Did you hear me?
No.
Oh yeah. I was just saying it.
Well, we were just spitting out words, so
Yep, I sure did. So omnidirectional shooting is going to be the main thing, and the campaign looks good. The multiplayer, I hope, is.
I'm not. So I like that they announced some things, but they did like the tiniest sneak peek of multiplayer and zombies. So apparently there's going to be a showcase for multiplayer only in August.
Yeah.
So
end of August.
So we will be watching that. This one was mainly about like getting the game together and released, and the new tactics that they're going to be using, like the omnidirectional, whatever it is.
And you can customize your HUD.
Yeah, how you can move your
Drake is gonna be so happy.
I know I'm happy because I miss a lot of kills because I'm constantly looking forward, and I look up and to my left for my radar when I have my
Where
UAV.
Are you gonna put that?
I'm gonna put it right here.
Like in your
either there,
right?
or I'm gonna put it I'm either gonna put it right down in this. I'm gonna have it centerized.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like having
You're not
it
gonna
like
think that's gonna be in
my
your way.
Have you ever watched any of my clips where I get like I'm constantly?
That's just eye movement. That's
I know, but it's like I don't want to have to move my eyes that far to miss a kill.
All right, I get you. But that's to each their own, and that's the setup that they're allowing, and that it's going to be really interesting. I'm really in. Well, here's the thing: we play hardcore all the time. It doesn't matter. But wherever the UAV is.
But when I do unlock a UAV, like I'm like, oh, I should probably take a peek at it. Well, I take a peek at it. And I look up for a second at it, and because my eye movement is not centered, and I'm looking basically almost away from my screen to look up and to the left to my UAV, I either miss a kill or I get killed.
Yeah. So Black Ops Cold War comes out October 25th. They're doing a lot of experimenting on this one. That's what Black Ops is known for. Modern Warfare and the other Sledgehammer games have been known for just being basic.
Which is what they are.
And I am sorry if you take offense to that, but Modern Warfare 2 and 3 were just basic. Modern Warfare 1 in 2019 was basic.
Avocado.
It was nothing special. The audio was the only thing that people were toting about, which is fine. You can
woohoo audio.
Woohoo. Me being half deaf, I only get half of the pleasure out of that. So if I don't have good audio, I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. That's how Warzone is for me. And yes, they will be talking about Warzone 2 as well. But I will say the Modern Warfare titles have been a real setback, and Vanguard. But Black Ops has kept us intrigued. We went back to Cold War this weekend. I was having fun. I didn't complain about it. I never said a damn thing about it. I enjoyed it. As much as I was getting my ass kicked by all the sweats, if we were playing with the bigger group of people,
I'm a
like
sweat.
not necessarily our friends, but I'm saying, yeah, you are. But the people we were facing, if we were facing more of a wider variety of people as opposed to the people who stuck with this game who are leveled up to the thousands, then I think it would have been I think it would have been a lot easier, not easier, but lighter as far as like getting frustrated with the sweat lobbies that you're getting.
I'm not.
But that's why I'm like, oh, let's play. Oh, OBS had an issue.
Okay, well, we'll be watching the stream.
Are we good?
So good?
Okay,
yeah.
That was a skip. I just saw a notification. This computer is gonna die eventually. I swear to God.
I know.
Anyways, yeah, I can't wait for Black Ops Cold War, and it comes out our anniversary.
Black Ops 6.
Sorry, Black Ops 6. I was talking about Cold War, and it comes out on our anniversary.
It does.
So guess what we're doing for that's what you said to me. It's like
we're gonna have dinner. We're gonna have dinner. Do it then. Black Ops 6.
It's gonna be a fun time.
It's gonna be a good day.
Good day, Tater.
You know that there's at least 3 things that are going to happen that day. Food, sex, and video games.
Oh, rock and roll, dude. High five.
High five.
All right, we got to talk about the fan question, and then we got to get out of here because we've gone a little long today, but it's been a good show. We appreciate everyone.
We actually
joining.
have a lot of responses to this one.
Yes, we do, and you guys are awesome for doing so on our Discord, on our socials, and you can also do it here in our chat while we're live. But without further ado, let's get to the fan question. So these days, kids are growing up on their phones. What's up?
Brian said, sounds like a movie.
Sounds like a movie? Yeah.
Food, sex, and video games.
It's a good one.
You want to make a movie?
I'm not going to complain.
All right, moving
Kids
on.
these days are on their phones outside all the time. They're not out really enjoying nature like we did as kids. And every generation has their own difference of like what was
The majority.
Yeah. Of what was their childhood like. It's more along the lines kids these days just can we went to your friend Amanda's, her daughter, she graduated high school.
Yeah.
Her daughter and her other daughter, Ava, they weren't on their phones.
Nah. Neither was Adrian.
But
Adrian's young, but she doesn't she's not.
she's never on a device.
I think the only kid of hers that I know likes
is her son.
Yeah, Travis likes. I mean, he likes video games and stuff.
It's
But I'm
a
I
dude
never
thing.
see him
Yeah.
On. She did a really good job being a mom.
I think
she really did.
Shout out to Amanda.
Yeah, shout out to my bestie. She does a really good job.
But we were at this
Um,
graduation party and
Everybody else was on their
everybody
phones,
else was on their phones.
and
but Ava was there.
everybody,
conversing,
everybody
and
was. Her kids were there. They were talking to people, socializing,
really
like,
good job.
being
Like
human beings.
as far as children being on the devices goes, I'll be honest. My nieces and nephews, they're on them a lot.
I know, but at the same time,
But they still enjoy the outdoors
your
like
nieces
that.
and nephews
They
do
take time off of
they
it.
they skim they they go outside, they play on the trampoline, they go outside, they ride their bikes, they skin their knees and their elbows
Mhm.
outside, they have a huge playroom downstairs.
But it is not uncommon seeing them as the kids
Yes.
these days with their phones and devices. It's
yes,
not
I
very
agree.
uncommon. But you can't get away from that because it's there. But you can stop.
I mean, my
them from
sister
having it.
did a good job because Jeremy is he doesn't he likes technology, but
Mhm.
he is mature enough that he's like,
But he
I
doesn't go
don't-
out and play in the mud like that.
no, he doesn't, unfortunately. But as far as technology, I think for his age, he respects what it is. But he goes, I'm 12. I don't need a phone.
Yeah, I remember he was visiting here for a full day or something, and he just got off of the Xbox and started drawing. He said, "Can I draw?" Yeah,
I
do
know.
whatever
He
the-
asked
do
us
what
if he
you
could
want.
color, and I'm like, because I said, well, he asked
he
me.
has his own screen time.
Yeah, he's used to his own screen time, and
He
even
didn't abuse it.
he respects his own screen time, which is an hour.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, can you let me know when an hour is up because I don't want to spend too much time on the Xbox and I want to do something else." And
That blew me away.
He asked me to draw, and then he asked me to read a comic book.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, hell yeah, I'm going to let you do that. But I was also trying to be the cool aunt, be like, you can play as much Xbox as you want.
Hour screen time.
No, he was like, no, actually, when an hour is up, can you just let me know because I don't want to
And
play
then you
for
told
too
him,
long.
he's like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
And you didn't even have to tell him to get off the video game or anything.
Nope.
He just wanted his own
Nope.
time.
Mm.
Which is, for me, as a gamer, as a kid, when I was that young, oh yeah, I abused the screen time. But I don't think my parents ever told us to. We went outside and played still. We got bored with our video games.
So there's a viral video going on that goes along with this this question here.
Okay.
Going on that we saw on TikTok, but it's also I'm seeing it on Instagram, on Facebook, I'm seeing it everywhere. Actually, I don't know if you saw it, but it's the parent who's our age, and it's a perspective of a kitchen camera, a house camera that's in the kitchen, and it's facing the sink towards the outside window. The dad is inside, and there's a 10 to 13-year-old kid outside, and he's talking to his kid outside in the window.
Yeah.
And the kid's like, "Dad, can I come in now?" And they're like, "No, you're grounded."
Huh.
And he's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "But I'm bored. There's nothing to do out here." He's like, go climb a tree, go do this. He's like, back in my day, we were grounded for being outside. You're grounded for being inside because, like,
so
you want to be
do you remember me
inside.
telling you the story of when my cousins visited once, and they're like, when we lived in the farm, you didn't get a lot of socialization. So when you saw family come in and visit, they're like your best friends. So my cousins came to visit, and it was only like once every couple of months they would do that because we were a couple hours away, and they were outside playing games that we're going to talk about, the games that kids don't play today. They were playing these games, and I said a curse word in front of my parents, and I had to come back inside and write "I will not swear" 100 times on paper. So I was grounded from being outside until I was done doing this. That is rough. But kids these days wouldn't care.
Do you know how many times I was grounded
for being outside? Oh, it was a number of times for me too.
I would sit at the screen door while the screen, like in the summertime, and just like cry. Like I was like, I just want to touch the sidewalk. Like I just want to, like, they'd catch me like opening up the screen door and be like, no, you're grounded. I'm like, I just want to be outside.
When they would ground me from outside, we had this grove around us to climb trees and go out and be in swing sets and just whatever you wanted, but no other kids, just us.
Oh, well, I mean, we didn't. I mean, we had other kids, but it was the same. Kids. It wasn't like...
I get that.
Yeah.
So, name a game that you played outside as a child that kids these days don't play anymore. Now, my siblings and I have played a number of these, and there's like 3 that I'm gonna name that are probably gonna be relisted in other people's, but these are the 3 that we did that are big ones. One of them is flashlight tag, of course. We did a lot of things in the dark outside, so flashlight tag was a big one. Another one is ghost in the graveyard.
Oh my God. I feel like I remember that. What is that?
It's where the ghost goes and hides.
Yeah.
And you count to from 1 o'clock all the way to midnight, and then they say, I'm gonna guess it's the ghost strikes at midnight or something, and then you have to go and disperse and try to find the ghost. And when you find the ghost, you shout it out, and you have to get back to base before the ghost touches you.
Yeah. And I played that.
Yeah.
I played that.
That is a really fun one.
Yeah, I played that.
But you have to play it at dusk. You can't play it too late, and you can't play it too bright.
I haven't heard that name, like that game name, in so
Ghost in the Graveyard.
long.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's another game that we played. It might have been the same game, but it was something strikes at midnight. We don't know what it was. I've been talking to my sister about this, and she doesn't remember. It might have been the same game. We might just be remembering it differently.
Just differently.
Yeah. So the other one would have been Red Rover, and that was what kids played on the playground for the most part. It's when you didn't have anything else to really, do on the playground other than sports or doing like the playground equipment. So those are like my main 3 that I don't ever see. Okay, so remember there was a family that used to, I don't know if they still live here, but there was a girl who used to ride her bike.
Yeah.
Constantly. We haven't seen her.
Yeah, we haven't seen her.
Maybe she's still in school, though. It's still June. Is it out? Yeah.
It's been out for a couple weeks.
Yeah, we haven't seen her. She used to always be on her earphones and just ride around. We don't see a lot of kids riding their bikes anymore.
When we first moved into this house, we had no problem finding
there were
friends.
Kids everywhere.
Yeah. There were kids outside all the time.
I can't tell you the last time I saw the neighbor kids that have that terrible lawn 2 houses down play outside. Their house is horrendous. Their yard is horrendous, but I never see them play outside.
I know. I mean, it makes me kind of wonder, like, what's... Like, if
there's
something
nothing bad.
Yeah.
And then there's that other family that we walk by that used to pet Pixel. We don't see them outside anymore.
Yeah, we don't see them anymore. Yeah.
That was last year. What is going on?
We do have the perfect family, though.
Right down the street.
Right down the street.
That you
the perfect house, the perfect lawn, the perfect animals, the perfect dad playing with the kids.
Mom, the blue painted front door.
I know. They have like
a
picture perfect family going on over there. I was like, there's something going on.
You have seen too many true crime.
I know.
That you're just like suspecting.
It's like the Lifetime movie down at the
It really
far
is.
edge.
It is like a Lifetime movie. We see that.
So
and they're like on the swing set and everything on the tree, like the swing on the tree. Like they have the perfect like front yard. You're just hoping they're good.
I was like, man, I hope that's a great family.
Be a good one.
I'm like,
we need that.
On the outside, not knowing anything, you guys have it great.
You guys look good. So, what's yours as far as like your game?
One of the things that we played quite a bit that we made up, was called War.
Oh yeah,
That's all we called it. Like it was just a
You
game
told me about
we
this.
made up. And honestly, what's funny is so my best friend Amanda will tell you that
Did you guys throw things at each other?
yeah, the not hard things. The very first time I met Amanda when she was moving in, I went up to her and because I saw, oh my gosh, there's a new kid.
Yeah.
And I went up to her and she'll tell you the story like the first thing that I asked her to do. And I said, "Hey, I'm Alex. Do you want to go play War?"
Well, I mean, you don't know as a kid. Like,
I was also in like a summer dress because I was going to a wedding that day and I wasn't supposed to be playing outside yet, but I was. And I was like, "Hey, I'm going to a wedding later, but we're playing War right now. Do you want to play?"
Yeah.
Like that's how we met. Like I went up to her and asked her if we want to play War. But that was like when we were bored in the summer. Like that's what it was called. And what were the rules? How would we play? I can't really tell you. I just know that like we didn't go up really against each other. We played against imaginary people, and it was me and like my brother and sister with this other family that had like 6 kids. And we would find like sticks, like really good sticks, and make them like look like pretend they were guns.
Yeah.
And we would draw it in the sand, little
You
plant.
just reminded me of 2 things.
Little
that I used to do.
plans about how we're going to attack like
I'll have to write it down sometime.
how we're going to attack like the park and take people hostage, but it was fake. Like there was no real people involved, no real kids involved, and every once in a while we would be against each other. Hey, we'll split up and you guys go in the woods and we'll try to find you, and you make a fort, we'll make a fort, and we'll like have war against each other. I don't know. So the reason why we played War so much is because like that family was on PC a lot, and they played like there was a lot of war games, and they were really, really like Philip was super into like history and all the wars and whatnot, and so was Steven. So like that's how we played it all the time. But we used to climb trees and like use our binoculars and like act like we were looking for the enemy, and like I don't know. So when we threw things at each other, it was like we threw these soft, like almost like kickballs at each other, and they were bombs.
by bringing that up, I reminisced. We used to play Jurassic Park, where we'd be on the playground equipment.
Oh my gosh!
We'd have like dinosaurs coming after us.
I was always a velociraptor.
And, me too. That was my favorite dinosaur.
Yeah,
or Dilophosaurus.
I always ran like with my arms like this and
on my tiptoes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, we played that on the playground.
And then another one was Star Wars, where we get sticks and they'd be lightsabers.
So we didn't really.
And we had our favorite sticks. Like they looked.
We had. We had.
But they weren't like gun sticks. They were lightsaber sticks. They looked like really good, like straight sticks that were.
You find a really good stick.
Oh, you find a real. I had a collection, a pile of sticks
like,
of my favorite lightsabers.
This is a good stick.
So those.
You ever
are
be
some
a kid
things.
and find a good stick? It's like a dog finding their favorite stick.
We got some on Discord here. One from Breg that's just going to throw you for a loop. This one is, I had to ask if this was real.
Oh, I wasn't done.
You sound like you were done.
Well, another one that we did, I did a lot was Cops and Robbers.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if people play that at all.
That's basically just like tag in a sense, or like you have to arrest the robber, take him to jail.
But freeze tag was another one.
Oh yeah, freeze tag, definitely.
Yeah, freeze tag was one, but I hated freeze tag because it was always the older kids that wanted to play with us, and they always outran us, and we could never grab them.
Nah.
So I didn't like playing freeze tag. Because
we had everyone that played was like my peers. Like whenever we played those things, I had like. You know that one friend that I keep on bringing up in Minnesota who's got all the chicks, the ducks and chickens?
Yeah.
He was one of them. That was like, he and I ran around all the time playing, like, he was into Jurassic Park and stuff too. So we also
played Men in Black. Like, we always took like remember, was it Burger King that had the.
Yeah, they had the neuralizer.
Yeah, we went around playing Men in Black, and we were acting like we were like the secret agents.
Secret agents.
Yeah.
Are you done?
The only other one was we played Harriet the Spy.
How the hell do you play? You spy on people and write in your notebook?
Yes.
I think my sisters were obsessed.
So we had walkie talkies, and we had walkie talkies, and we had journals.
That was the craze of the password journal. I think Harriet the Spy started that.
I think password journal was prior to prior to Harriet the Spy.
No way.
Journals and diaries were big before Harriet the Spy.
Well, I think Harriet the Spy revamped it because
Yeah.
she had the black and white books.
So I actually had because you've obviously seen the movie, right?
Oh yeah.
So I had a Harriet the Spy.
Like a kit?
No.
Oh.
I had a Harriet the Spy moment actually happen. So you know how they're playing tag and she accidentally leaves her journal and they read it?
They read your diary, didn't they?
I walked around because we were playing Harriet the Spy and the actual scene from the movie happened to me.
Oh no.
And I left my diary, my Esmeralda diary that I got in kindergarten that I wrote all the way up until like 4th or 5th grade. And I left it outside and the kid, like, basically, like, at the time, my crush, and who wasn't very nice to me at all, and a few, like, bullies found it, and they were reading it.
Oh, no.
And it was, like, this, like, horrible moment.
You cried a lot.
Oh, I did. Because it was, like, all my private, like,
I'm
thoughts
sorry.
and stuff.
That's traumatic.
But it, like, legit happened. Like,
wow.
we were playing, and I was like, oh, I'm just, because I was in the middle of writing something, and I laid my diary by a tree. And then I forgot about it. And when I went inside to go eat, and when I went back outside, they were, like, reading it out loud by the tree.
Kids are so cruel.
Yeah. I mean, you would, too. You know you would.
To my sisters. So Brig in Discord said this is what he used to do. Steal a shopping cart, find a dirt hill that ends into a creek, make sure there's lots of stickers. That's a key thing. Whoever crashes and makes it the farthest with the least stickers wins. Now, he goes into depth here. I said, are you serious? Like jumping carts? Were you in them? He said, yeah, my buddy and I, his name was Chris, they would skip school, steal a cart from a grocery store. Then where we lived at the time, there was a hill, there was a dirt and grass, and about a third of the way down at the bottom was a creek. So we'd sit in the cart, the other would push as hard as possible till the pavement ended. We'd roll for a foot or so, and then the cart would flip, and we'd go flying and rolling down the hill. I think I broke at least one bone of all the days doing so. Maybe his cranium. Jeez. Freaking flying. Hope you wore a helmet. I think
Doubt it.
but by the end of the rolling and tumbling, the other person would walk down and help the other help them pull all the stickers off the clothes, and they'd count. Whoever had the least won. That is a game they played.
Oh, my God. That doesn't surprise me that that's Brig, though.
Most kids when I was growing up wouldn't do that. We did it all summer for years, for at least 5 years.
Wow.
Would you call it like sticker jump or something?
Sticker jump.
Got one from Dragonfly Rain. She said jump rope. I can honestly.
Oh man, just that. Yeah,
tell you
having
last
like
time,
the big
double
jump
Dutch
rope?
and the double
I
Dutch.
can never do double Dutch.
But still, kids don't do it. They don't do it.
No, jump rope was huge.
Yeah.
Like whenever we went out to recess, there was a super long rope, so
Yeah.
2 people would hold it, and then you would try like the Mario game,
Yeah, like hot
and they
rope.
would try to do to get you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Got one from Arrow. Hide and seek with tag, manhunt, laser tag, Nerf football, paintball. He doesn't actually know that paintball is actually really big in the Midwest. And water guns.
Oh my gosh. So playing war and stuff.
Water guns.
My dad was so into always the next big super
yeah,
soaker.
the backpack.
Yes. My dad was super into buying us the next big super soaker. Like we had all of the super soakers. And the day that we got the backpack, if you filled that sucker up, and I was in like 5th grade when we got it, you couldn't walk around with it because it was too heavy.
Right.
It was for an adult.
The Nerf aisle, I don't think exists anymore.
Oh, probably not.
I could not tell you last time I saw.
There's probably too many accidents and.
Oh, I don't even care. Like the fact that it's a gun being shot. Like I can't tell you the
True.
last time I have seen.
No, we had a barrel, like the one of the green barrels back there.
Yeah.
That was our super soaker bin.
Oh yeah.
It just was filled with water guns.
What happened to him?
Old and broken. And,
Wow.
Yeah.
Got one from Sassy Princess. She said hopscotch, jump rope, tag, hide and seek, and squirt gun fights. So hopscotch is another one, but
I
squirt gun
forgot
fights.
about the squirt gun
but
fights.
the squirt gun fights.
That
is
was
a big.
big.
One.
That was a really
big
one with squirt gun fights.
I can't believe that one. That's crazy. You got some comments?
Yeah. We've got Patrick.
Shout out to Patrick.
Patrick has Red Light, Green Light, or Mother May I.
I don't know what Mother May I is.
I don't remember, but I know I played it. Mother May. Patrick, if you're in chat, you have to explain Mother May I, because I don't remember. But I do remember playing that.
He was in chat, but I know the name. Still is.
We've got a comment from Ashley.
Ashley
says Red Rover, which we played a lot in elementary school. I highly doubt they're playing that now because of risk of injury.
I agree.
Because I mean, do you know what it was like to have I would just let go.
Run into people.
If there was like one of the boys was running full speed into my arm, I was like, nope, you can go. He broke it.
Really?
I was not going to. No. She says, do they even play outside these days?
True.
Cops and robbers. Okay, so like I said, yeah, cops and robbers with the neighborhood boys. Bubba, my brother and I used to pretend when we were little our playset was a spaceship and took us all around the galaxy.
Oh yeah, those you had to use your imagination.
Yeah, use your imagination. Like I said, when we played war, we didn't play against each other most of the time. We played against an imaginary enemy. We played softball, kickball, pretended to be explorers in the woods out back. Well, I mean, I did that every day, but yeah. We just walked outside and used our imagination.
Right on.
There's definitely quite a bit more.
So if you guys do have answers, you can also give us a call in 224-225-5780. That's our PTO hotline. You can give us a voicemail. Also, you can leave us comments on anything social media wise and YouTube. Appreciate y'all joining live. What you got?
I just texted them back. This is from oh my gosh. Fickle Fanboy Podcast.
Oh, shout out to them.
Kick the can.
Kick the can. Yes.
I said, wow, really? How do you even play that?
That was basically kind of like the Ghost Strikes or the Ghost in the Graveyard, but instead it was during the day. You kicked the can, and that's just how you won, like that. You had to go from one spot to another to kick it.
Okay.
Real basic.
Jersey Comic Crew Podcast. They said Manhunt.
See, that's another one we saw from someone else saying, I don't know what Manhunt is. Maybe that's just like hide and seek with one person.
Oh, I feel like a lot of us did some form of like hiding
and seeking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tag of some form or showing your strength of some kind.
JNT Podcast or Just in Time Podcast.
Shout out to them.
Smear the we can't say that out. Wait, nope, we can't say that out loud.
I don't know that one.
Nope, we can't say that one. Sorry.
That's okay.
Nope. Terrible Terror Podcast.
Brian.
The only one I can think about is Marbles.
Marbles.
I don't know if marbles are even a thing now. Also, I can't say that, Brian. That's the other one.
That's the one that you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so smear the Q word and
yeah.
Use your
I can't say that.
We're just not going to say that to offend anybody. I know that's more of along the lines of like beating people up, right?
I don't know what it is. Brian, you can text me and tell me what it is. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
We never played it.
But
I got one. I got another one. Duck,
I know,
goose.
but I can't say the actual
Duck,
name,
goose.
Brian.
No one plays that anymore.
Oh, Duck, goose. Yeah,
or
of course.
In Minnesota, it's duck, gray duck. Sorry, we said it that way. It's a real thing. Seriously, if you look it up, Minnesotans, it was duck, gray duck, not duck, goose. So that's another one. Kids get in a circle. One person do duck. Then we'd say duck. Then someone would say goose, but we'd say duck, gray duck, and we'd run and try to get back that spot. No one plays those.
I have just a few more.
Groups of kids playing things just doesn't happen like it used to.
We have your sister, Sarah.
Sarah
says Jailbreak.
That's the one that I actually... Okay, so this game is... Do you want me to describe it?
Sure.
It's like dodgeball. Only there's... Instead of catching the ball gets the person out, but you can get your person back in by you have to throw your ball across the field, and your teammate has to catch it to come back, and they get a free walk to the other side.
Oh,
That's called
Okay.
jailbreak.
Alrighty.
I think I don't know what happens in a jailbreak though, where all of them come out, where your team or all of your team can come back. But I was a star at that game.
I'm sure.
It was
you
also
are.
called Bombardment.
Okay.
So
Kickball, flashlight, tag, and Red Rover.
okay.
My dad says in the mid to late 1970s, we lived in a new housing development in Mishawaka. New houses were going up constantly. The earth movers would dig out these huge holes for the basements. And that would be fun. And my friends and I would have dirt clod fights.
Yes, just like snowball fights.
Oh, okay.
Except with dirt. Those were sometimes you get
between
rocks in those things.
between the dugout basements. Also, we used our bikes like Evel Knievel and jumped off all kinds of stuff, including each other.
When I lived in Minnesota, when I was about 12, between the ages of 10 and 12, there was a dirt track that we went on. It was a BMX track kind of, or like a bike track that had like had a lot of ramps and stuff. I miss doing that kind of stuff. That was fun. Those kinds of things they don't make, like we have a skate park here in the city, and there's people who still do skateboarding. So at least there's that. You know, people are still doing those things.
So I sent this to my grandmothers.
Okay.
Just because, they're older. I want to see what they say.
What they played?
So my dad's mom said hide and seek, so pretty simple.
Yeah.
My mom's mom says hopscotch.
Yeah, hopscotch.
So I made some really difficult hopscotch.
You can't. It's not just the same path.
Yeah, you would have to like make boxes like all over the place.
It's not just the same like row, like 1 1 2 1 1 2.
No, you just make anything up.
You make it up.
You can, yeah.
Oh, I thought there was like a specific order to hopscotch.
No, you can make a whole bunch of different ones where you have to like just use one foot, or you have to go this way.
Do you throw the rock where you have to do a hop, pick it up while you have 1 foot, and then keep hopping?
Oh, I don't know if I've done that before.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we
cover the numbers.
We would just make a super ridiculous long pattern that was crazy that everybody
like
would have to.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing those on the sidewalks.
And then we've got my mom. Mom says kick the can, flashlight, tag, dodgeball, Red Rover, kickball, spin the bottle.
Yeah,
I did play
Spin the Bottle is actually one of those that kids these days don't play. But did they
I
play
played
that
Spin the
outside?
Bottle, but we never
That's not an outdoors game.
No, but it was. I mean, it's a game I don't think kids probably play anymore.
It's such a humiliating game, but it's a test of time. It's like a step up from having it's like getting a girlfriend and actually doing the act of kissing, and then that's like whoa, and then there's like 7 minutes in heaven was another one too.
Oh yeah, that one. We should talk about that one.
Yeah, parents probably don't know about that
need
one.
to talk about that.
Our parents probably didn't know about that one, but that's basically the same thing, but teenagers did that.
Oh,
preteens to teenagers.
Okay. Okay, so smear the Q is not what we think it is. Okay, thank you, Brian, for sending this over. One dude has a football, and you try to dogpile on top of the one who has it to get the ball loose. Then the person who gets the ball is the one you smear.
That sounds like broken ribs, dude.
It does. It sounds like
that sounds like a lot of broken bones. That sounds
okay. Well, thank you, Brian, for saying that.
Wow.
It's
basically like beating people up. It's the same thing.
It is.
You're just piling on somebody. You're pulling someone down. You're just dogpiling.
Yeah. I actually had...
Oh, God.
I had no idea that that's what it was. I know that I had heard of it before, but I didn't know that that's what it was.
All right. Well, we appreciate all the responses, guys. My voice is actually starting to go. We've done a long show.
Oh my gosh, it's 9:30.
It's like a 2-hour show. Appreciate y'all joining. We're going to do some plugs here and get on out of here. Alex, if you want to be so kind as to plug your Twitch.
Yeah, if you would like to watch me stream, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. Played a bunch of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Got back into that. Fortnite is really off the table right now until
we're not going back to
the
that for
car
a little bit.
situation.
Yep.
And then last night, Josh, Patrick, and I got back into trying to complete Dead Island 2. I still plan on doing that. Maybe we'll do another game on Sunday.
That sounds good. Start
This
a little
Friday,
earlier, hopefully.
This Friday is kind of questionable. We have we possibly have like something, a social gathering to go to Friday, and I don't know how long we'll be there. So there may or may not be a stream for me on Friday. Saturday there will be a stream. I'll plan on doing like Dead by Daylight. My bestie wants to join me this time, so we'll as long as everything goes well on her end, she'll be on my stream Saturday, and then Sunday we'll probably play some more Dead Island.
Yeah. So a lot of zombies this weekend.
Yeah.
Sounds good. As far as my stream goes, it's twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL. You can find me on there every Tuesday and Thursday evening, unless otherwise stated, and Saturday morning. Most of my streams are always going to happen Saturday morning, but Tuesdays and Thursdays are really toss-ups due to my work schedule. I do travel about an hour and a half to go into my office, so that will be happening not this week, but I think sometime soon this month. I have to do 2 of them at least, so just be on the outlook for that. But on my stream, you'll see me playing some Fall Guys. Hypercharge on box I've been playing as well. I have a few other games that are on like the back burner that I might play depending on like who joins. Like if Patrick sometimes joins me on Tuesdays, but he's had some rough few weeks, so I've got some other games that are like ready to play in case he doesn't join me this Tuesday. So just be on the lookout for that. As far as our stream goes, we'd appreciate it if you guys hit that like button on this YouTube video. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube, please subscribe to our podcast. Hit the bell to be notified when we're live, which is going to be every other Monday, hopefully, unless otherwise stated on our social medias, which you can follow us, Facebook, Instagram, and X, Twitter, whatever. PTO Unlimited is what you'll search. PTO Unlimited _podcast on the Instagram. Also, make sure you guys are following our merch. Getting our merch. We're going to be having some stuff come out this summer. I know it's already June, but going to hopefully get it going here soon. I just got to get to making some of that stuff. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Cute. _ kitty? Is that my Twitter?
Yeah, that's your Twitter.
Okay.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Good job.
A final note. Congrats to Pixel for being an all-star.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
He's been a really good.
Aw, he wants to cuddle.
Yeah, he's been really socialized this last month. I don't know if there's anything else we want to say. Just make sure you guys are staying hydrated this summer. The heat is coming in. It's gonna be sweltering for a lot of people.
Heat is on.
The heat is on. Summer is coming up, starting here very soon on the 21st. So make sure you guys are enjoying your summer outdoors. Be outside, just like the kids that were.
Go outside.
Go outside. Bye, guys.